sir.
Bet.
We've been rolling on Zoom and
Word. Zoom always rolling.
Yeah.
Zoom is the app where it's just like, the second you press it, it's like, oh, it's recording. Everything is ready to go, or like ready to incriminate you.
What episode are we on?
We are on 122, my guy. Episode 122. Yo.
So Zoom is the nebula of our.
We are. We're back. We're back for another episode. We're sticking with Marvel.
Can't say shit in front of her.
Thanks again to Bingetown TV podcast for coming through for the last Loki episode.
Yeah, it's fun.
Episode 2, guys. We will be doing an episode 3 review later this week. But for today, last night we watched another supercut. We watched Ariel's supercut of.
Sorry.
Damn, ruining my whole thing, my whole monologue, bro.
Oh, that, run it back.
Nah, I ain't running that shit back.
What's going on, guys?
But we watched the supercut of Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and wow, like I'm just so happy that we did. I hadn't seen both of them.
I think
I hadn't seen
2019.
Endgame, so let me see. When did The Boys season 1 come out? Because that was the
It had to
last
be
time I saw
2019.
Endgame.
Yeah, that's summer of 2019.
Yeah.
Boys season.
Looks up anyway.
1.
That's crazy. Doesn't believe his friends.
Nah, don't
That's facts.
go.
Well, what
Right,
was
summer
it?
of
What was it?
2019.
Oh, all right.
July.
Yeah, well, right though.
Yeah, we're right. Yo, I didn't realize season 1 had dropped all in one like day. They dropped it all at the same time,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did.
and then
I
Amazon
binged
changed
it. I
to-
binged it.
finished
Whenever
that shit.
I
I
binged
finished
that
that
shit
shit in
in
2 days.
I binged that shit in a day. It was like 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I binged that shit in one
Amazon
day. We
on
started
their-
at my
on their-
house.
on a superhero shit. Yep, The Boys, Invincible. Wonder what's next. But the Silk joint for Spider-Man. That's on Amazon Prime.
I thought you were like
No, that's,
violating.
I feel like he low-key
Yeah.
was.
no.
It was a subtle violate.
Remember you always
I
used to
haven't-
violate what's Jared Morbius? Morbius. Morbius.
But yeah, so we got to watching that. So I hadn't seen it in what's it called? Since that time. So since the summer of 2019. So it's been 2 years since I've seen Endgame.
Yeah.
And then Infinity War is most likely longer. Probably closing in on 3 years, if not even more.
I'd say around that time for me too.
So like watching Infinity War again, like made me realize like, okay, this is solidified definitely in my top 5 comic book movies of all time. Like that shit was just like so insane. Like that movie, bro, like remember the hype? It's probably the most hyped up comic book film of all time, more than Endgame. I feel.
Yeah, I
feel the hype
think
for that
so.
was just bigger because it was like, oh shit, we
We
they're
finally
about to
yeah,
scrap with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I mean you mean pre-release? Like pre okay, yeah.
Infinity War.
Yeah. Post though, Endgame.
yeah,
People walked
'cause
out of
all
the theater
the-
saying it was the best movie for all time. Da, da,
Yeah.
da.
Oh,
So
right. No.
post it was Endgame, but pre for sure Infinity War,
Yeah.
100%.
Like, remember that first trailer, dude? Like we were all just like,
Waiting,
word, like let's get
salivating.
it.
We were salivating for that fucking trailer, bro. Shit was crazy. I mean, obviously you
But the
weren't.
Comic-Con trailer that I saw ruined it.
Why?
I didn't see it like before. I'm just saying I saw much because they showed Star-Lord getting dusted and stuff.
Oh, but that was never actually released
Yeah, that was
to the
never
public.
released, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't?
Yeah, it was only released to the people at Comic-Con.
Oh, so then I saw a version of it on YouTube then that somebody had recorded then. I
Oh,
guess.
well,
Yeah,
that's like the
'cause-
worst trailer to watch. Then that's
Yeah, yo, the people there were probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yo, they literally show you see Star-Lord getting dusted and somebody else, like somebody there on Titan with him.
Damn, that's bees. I gotta look that shit
Like,
up.
they just
I
showed
gotta
that
watch
shit.
how the fuck? That's it. That's worse than BVS with Doomsday, showing people actually dying.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
But I guess because
them
people
showing
didn't
Superman
understand-
dying in the trailer.
Yeah.
The PPS trailer.
What?
No. I'm saying that's what it would have been like.
Oh,
that's the equivalent,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, damn, they really went all the way with that.
That would have been OG.
Odie.
That would have been OD. But even when I saw Doomsday, I was like, damn, like they dragged it. They shouldn't have done that. Yeah. I would have been hyped to see that in theaters.
Yeah.
But it was the same thing for like the Amazing Spider-Man too. Like they didn't, because it was the same thing. Like they were hinting at the storyline like of the Gwen Stacy death, but like they never really promoted it in the trailers, which was good. Because then when it came at that time in the movie, everybody was like, fuck, is it gonna happen?
Right.
And then it happened. And everybody like, fuck me. So it would have been dope that if they did Doomsday and they didn't show it, like you would have been in the movie when you saw Doomsday, you're like, fuck, they're doing the death of Superman, aren't
Yeah.
they? Like that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But right, same thing here with Infinity War. It's like don't show the ending, like what happens. But I mean, at the same time, you don't have context.
I know, but
You don't.
I don't
I mean,
know.
but it's easier to piece it together. You're like, he probably got all the stones, right? He probably got all the stones, or maybe not. Maybe we're just saying that because we know it now.
Yeah, that's the
maybe.
thing. You can't really speak on something
can't.
that you know a little bit too much about.
Exactly. But Ariel, tell us your processing doing this, because when we started, guys, I swear we want to show you guys. We really do.
But,
we can't.
Yeah, we
Unless we want to get sued.
And I don't feel like doing that.
I do not
Not
feel
today.
like getting sued.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm
Not
really
today.
chilling.
I
off
really-
that.
I
I love this studio. I don't want it to
Disney
go
got
away.
shooters, bro.
Yeah.
But
Take our lives away.
Even before we get to that, we could talk about the trailers that you put in of the other Super.
Oh
Bowl.
yeah.
Those will all be up actually. By the way, guys, those
trailers,
trailers.
the
So we will
trailers,
throw
yeah.
those up so you
Yeah.
guys could see. So it was a Zack Snyder montage
Oh, it's
of
fire.
all his films.
All his
did-
live action films.
Right,
Yeah,
live
yeah,
action. Yeah, I noticed the Owl one was
Yeah.
in there. You did one for Alien, like the whole Alien universe.
Well, the most I did
the newer ones.
Yeah, I
Brim's
did
here.
a
Prometheus
super cut trailer
and-
of Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Yeah. And then
Bring me boy.
Blade Runner.
And
the
then
Blade
I did,
Runners.
Yeah, Blade Runner. I did for Blade Runner,
Bring me.
the original, and the Blade Runner 2049. And I did a Deadpool 1 and 2 supercut trailer. I did a Guardians 1 and 2, Volume 1 and 2 supercut trailer, and a Logan. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
good,
it?
my
Wasn't
guy.
there there one more or no?
No, that's it.
Yo,
Let's go.
Yo.
what's happening?
Damn, bro, I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know, right?
We were all just talking about we started off talking about the trailers that he did before the actual Infinity War Endgame stuff.
Oh, that shit was garbage. I need the links. I need something for that ASAP, bro. I want to show my
yeah.
girl.
Yo, we throwing them up. We throwing
Yeah,
them
I'm
up. on
gonna
YouTube.
try to
Vero.
upload them within the like.
Can you upload all of them to Vero?
I want the full quality, lossless audio, Dolby Atmos. I want everything for it.
Damn.
When I came home, I showered to fucking Labyrinth yesterday.
Yeah.
The Zack Snyder.
the music choice was just
shit-
phenomenal.
yeah.
That shit was great.
We all knew.
That's the thing. I decided to go with like songs that had that cinematic touch to it that
Fantastic.
also random songs
Right.
too, like
Yeah.
that you wouldn't expect because
J. Cole with Deadpool, you're just like,
yeah.
okay.
And that's the thing. When I was looking for a
sense.
song for Deadpool, I originally was gonna do it to the DMX,
DMX,
song,
right.
but I was just like, that's so.
It's already there.
It's
It's
played out.
already
It's too
there.
easy. It's too easy.
Exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
nah. I really
Yeah.
want something that has some humor to it, but also has some like oomph to it. That's just like, nah, this shit is hard. So Get Off My Dick by J. Cole, perfect for it.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad you cut it so it's like he's not like rapping throughout. It's just
No,
like
it's
the
more of the
beat and
instrumental.
more,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Like, that's
The
that's
ad-libs,
tough.
like-
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, that's
outlets,
key. That's key.
Exactly, because it would have been a little bit too distracting. We're having
Right,
Hollywood
right.
Code.
It just wouldn't tie in well.
Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would have been weird. But
Right.
also, I do have.
Look, Mark, he's back.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Hey.
Sorry.
sorry.
What were you saying?
I was
Ariel?
wondering where that went. I was like, where the hell did that thing go?
I know what it is. It's too much glare, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
too much.
Freaking J.J.
So I-
Abrams camera.
Yo,
So
that shit
I
is- you can't turn it off either. Like there's no like.
No,
light
you can't help
dimming.
the lens flare, bro.
Nah, you could turn it. You could turn off that,
Mm.
but that's it.
Oh, got you,
Everything else stays on. It's all
Who has a
programs.
mother
And then
box?
this is hardwired.
bro. So
Mark's
you're
gift.
chilling if you got to go to the bathroom. You need when you turn the lights on. That's just on the whole night.
Oh no, if I turn the PC off, it turns off.
Oh, got
Nah, but like I took him out because it was too much glare, and then because I wanted my stream to see the PC,
Right.
but
right.
like then I was like, fuck it. So I kept everything in here, turned up the brightness, did whatever I want, and then I put the camera just on me because I feel like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The streaming thing is like this small anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Where's his PC?"
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Where he at?" Like the fuck. But that's
Yeah.
dope.
What were you saying, Ariel?
Oh, all the song choices were like I spent a lot of time on them. I've been working on these since the pandemic
right.
hit, and I just sat down with with some of my favorite films at the moment at that time. That was just like either rewatching or looking through. I'm like, like this whole idea of the supercut. It's a deal of kind of it has to be two. Because if it's more than two, then we're doing something else here.
It's gonna be too long.
It's gonna be way too much. So
I was like, well, yeah, obviously you can't do a supercut of just one movie, or maybe you can.
I mean, yeah, you could add some certain aspects to it, but then also I wanted to say like to see like since also we weren't really recording that often, and then like I was home the entire time. I couldn't really film stuff and all that. So I was just
back
like
to the studio.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time, man.
Okay.
Yeah, for real.
Sure. Like I'm really glad to be back finally.
Yeah, it was nice just walking in there yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I came in here first, like when we first showed up, when me and Mark first showed up, the smell, everything, I was just
Yeah. Home.
It still just smells like a fresh new like car,
Yeah.
right? It's just like wow, like I'm in here.
Yeah.
Even me, I'm in here every day and it still feels like that. Every day. And to me, I'm just like, wow, like I'm so happy I'm in here right now.
Hell yeah.
There's a
so
familiarity to it. Like you come in here, it's just like I know what to do. I know what needs to happen now.
Right. You just feel like, wow, I'm the fucking man right now.
Like the
Sanctum
sanctum.
But yeah, but you're absolutely right. I think 2 is good enough, and it's nice that it's easy to do a supercut to a movie like Infinity War and Endgame because they just tie in so well together. Obviously, because originally it was supposed to be part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
So it flowed really well, and then you even added aspects of Thor Ragnarok, like so many flashbacks.
Oh yeah, I
and,
have a whole list of everything
you got them?
all the changes I made. Yeah.
Okay.
Because this one, guys, actually started off. We started watching Thor Ragnarok.
With
That's
the
when we
last,
started off.
to
The
be
last act.
specific, the
The third
last
act.
19 minutes of Ragnarok, I
It was
felt
only 19 minutes.
Yeah, that was only 19 minutes.
I was like, wow.
The
I feel like I
prologue.
just watched the hour of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, because I
It
felt
did feel longer, yeah.
yeah. It just when I started to make it, I was thinking, all right, obviously the film is gonna start out like Infinity War, but I wanted it to feel like there was more at stake, that there was more conflict in the plot that made it that much more severe for everybody involved. Like for example, the that nightmare sequence with Tony. I was just like, yo, opening the film with that would be fucking sick because it's just like, oh shit, like he's seen this coming, like this is PTSD he's dealing with.
And he brings it up in Endgame.
He brings it
later
up.
on.
Exactly. He brings it up in Infinity War when he's talking to Strange on the ship, on the flying donut.
Yep.
And in Endgame, he brings it up again. And I just felt like that was a better callback than me cutting to that in Endgame, because then that would have ruined the flow of that scene, that moment and stuff. So
Definitely.
yeah, but starting out with Ragnarok, I felt it just fit so perfectly, especially with the opening title. Like you see the Marvel thing and stuff. It's just like, and you hear all that noise going on. You're just like, what's all this commotion about?
Yeah.
And I like that because if like I did with my trailers, having some sort of soundbite or music in the beginning forces you to go, wait, what am I hearing right now? What's going on? And then the prologue title card comes up. It's just like, okay, like something's about to happen.
It's about to go down.
And I like the it's not a flashback, but it was like a flash forward you did with Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like-
Oh
It
yeah.
was like, how many times did we win? And then you showed the little scene
Yeah.
at the end,
He's like,
and
one.
then
I had different
He's like,
variations of that. I had a variation of that where like when Tony and him have that exchange, he goes, how many did we win? And then it zoomed, like obviously the camera like starts panning into Doctor Strange, and then I cut to majority of almost everybody that was up when Tony snapped his fingers, because everybody's just still and looking around and stuff. I had Cap in there. I had Rocket and Groot looking up. I had T'Challa and Star-Lord. Like I had like a bunch of people in there. I'm just like, nah, this is too much. I want this to literally be a thing that's just Tony and Strange. So when they look at each other again like that, you know what time it is, and it's just that moment.
It's kind of weird that like Infinity War was their first interaction. And again, this just goes, praising more of the actors, if anything, and the writing.
Mm-hmm.
It just meshed so well. And like you sort of felt they're both, or used to be very egotistic. So they're both very stubborn to one another. They're both geniuses. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
both have like dope ass beards.
both Sherlock Holmes, like
Yeah.
but
They're always competing with each other, bro.
right. But nonetheless, it was just their interaction and just seeing how you get to see both of their sides, in the sense of they're both right and what they want to do. When they're arguing, because Tony's like, yo, let's take the fight to him. He's like,
Exactly.
you're bugging. I'm not bringing the time stone there. And you're and I caught that a lot with a lot of the characters actually.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're both spitting right now. And it like with Cap and Iron Man all the time. Like it's just, he goes up to him when he already has his kid, he's out in the woods, in the forest, has his own little life. And Cap's like, dude, like, we have a chance to save the world.
Yeah.
He's like, I get it. Tony's like, dude, I 100% get it.
This is my world now.
But I have my world right
Exactly. Like I finally settled down and figured it out.
And then it's just like, like you both are right. And like, I want both of you to be happy.
I mean, what did I say with the when they were talking on the ship, like Strange and Tony? I was like, he has really two options that are both risky in and of itself. It's like, yo, you go fight him right now with how you are.
There was only 3 of them. It was only Strange. I didn't peep that. I didn't even peep that.
Strange,
if they didn't
Tony,
encounter the Guardians,
Spider-Man,
like it would have just been the 3 of them. I mean, I low-key feel like they still could have given him some work.
Of course,
because again, they did spotlight that these 3 were like low-key working him the most out of anybody else.
Right.
Like, because when Spider-Man would come in and start webbing him, like he would just be moving too much. Strange with his like manipulation and just like his magic was just insane.
Right.
And then Tony just being a badass with his nanotech was just like, all that for a drop of blood, but it's like, I still hit you, my guy. He was about to annihilate him with 4 stones. Like, for what?
I didn't even notice that until
he
said it.
Like, he probably could have bled out. Like, he probably could have just like let Tony bleed out, and he probably would have died that way. But he didn't even want to take the chance. He was like, no, I'm about to just like dust you like right now,
real quick.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, I felt that a lot of, there was some moments there, even early on in the film where, especially in the Ragnarok segment, I was just like, I want to add to the L by showing you guys Ragnarok, by showing Thor like sort of
but he took the fattest L throughout these 3 movies.
Yeah,
like Thor, like I feel for Thor, like what happened with Asgard, right? And then you sort of like, especially that scene where he's talking to Odin, and Odin's like Asgard's not a place, like it's a people, like it's hopeful. It's like, oh shit, like, it's not about where they're living at, it's not about where they're staying. It's as long as the people are together, they could build again, and that's Asgard. I'm like, dope. Yeah. But then, especially in the post-credit scene where you see Thanos' ship come, and he wipes out Asgard, it's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, and I actually planned on starting out the movie with the post-credit scene, but I was just like, nah, that doesn't feel earned enough, because I want you guys to actually see
Asgard getting lit up into flames.
Asgard getting lit up.
Well, maybe if the foundation is still good, we can be okay.
We can rebuild
the foundation.
And then them being like hopeful, like
exactly.
hopeful, like we got this still. Don't worry, we're people. And then Thanos is just
taken
like
away,
exactly
taken away.
Yeah,
and that's some real shit though. It's just like, wow, like life is truly just unfair. Like.
Yeah.
And we knew that too, watching Infinity War. We were like, yo, didn't they, like, they just suffered. And then Thanos came and, like, destroyed them when we watched it in the theater. But when we watched the supercut, it really just shows you. And, like that's, like, the cool part about it.
Right after, like, literally. Even though in the movies, it picks up right after.
Ragnarok was in November, and we had to wait a whole, like, 6 other months.
So it just, like, it's not that it didn't hit you the same, but you're sort of just like, you know what? Like, I got over it. And I'm just like, oh, damn. But this one, like, you didn't have time to get over it.
No.
Like, you're just like, oh, like,
all
wow,
back to back.
crazy. And there's like, oh, shit.
Yep.
But, and that's the thing that, that's why Thor went up on my rant, especially after Infinity War. Like, the dude was just, and he even said it, even though he kind of said it like in a joking manner. He's like, agony, pain, all this. He's like, it's just a motivator. Like, and you saw it. Like, Thor was hungry, dude. Like, he wanted to murk Thanos.
Bring me Thanos.
Right. Like,
yeah, but that's the tragedy in Thor as well, that the revenge got to his head, and he wanted revenge
to draw it out
more than to stop.
Yeah, he
Thanos.
wanted exactly.
He wanted to look him in his eyes before he died.
Yeah, he wanted,
which to me, like, I get it, dude.
I understand.
I really do understand it. Like, I don't.
If
fault him
anything,
for that.
That's almost the same as like what Peter Quill did.
Nah, fuck out of here.
Yeah, he was being. Come on, like he fucked up too, and he like felt that in the next movie. Like he really felt bad, and then you saw it when in Endgame when he finally got back to Thanos. The first thing he did was made sure he was dead. He didn't care about talking to him. He didn't care about interacting. He just straight cut his head off.
That's why I called that chapter I went for the head, because that's the last line in that segment of them
He's
all
like,
together.
"Oh, are you done talking?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Boom."
Yo, and when we watched Endgame, like, and he did that, like in my head, or no, I think I said it. I was like,
he's gonna chop his head
didn't
off.
they ask him like, what did you do or whatever? And
Rocky
he's just
goes,
like,
what did you just do?
yeah. And then I was like, he went for the head, and then he said, I went for the head. I was like, yo.
And it's also a too little, too late kind of moment too.
Yeah.
On top of
Yeah.
that, because it's like, dude, you still lost. Like, this
Well,
was,
even when Thanos saw like his head getting chopped off, he's like, "You see that? Destiny." He was happy about it. He was like, "That means I won."
Yeah.
The fact that like
He didn't give a
I
shit
have
that he
my
died.
last
He was like,
words,
"Oh,
right,
fuck
'cause
it."
He said, "I am inevitable." He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I won," and they got tight and they took my head off. But he didn't care.
And the fact that he doesn't care, it's crazy.
But that's what makes him such a good villain.
Yeah.
It's because like his mission in life wasn't like to like he's not just killing people to kill people. Like he really believes he really believes he's a god. He's like, yo, I just did this. I just created world peace. Like there's peace around the world because of me. And like it's just like, wow, dude. Like
it's wild. It is really incredible.
but that's what
they
makes him
did with that.
compelling, because it's like, dude, like we see where you're coming from, but we don't get it. Like
Yeah.
we're just like, no, like that's just not how it works. And that's the way Gamora and Nebula are. And even them, you know, because we get to see the Avengers, you know, a couple of times before all this, right? We see them interact, we see them in their solos, and we only see Nebula and Gamora interact in the two Guardians films before this. So it's just like, and seeing how, and it just reminded me, because I'm like, wow, like they have come a long way. Like they've also been through some shit. You even said it, like the Guardians have been through some shit.
Yeah.
Especially they're a group of individuals that are all literally linked in a sense through trauma, in a sense, all of them. Drax with Thanos decimating half of his people and his family.
Same with Gamora.
Same deal with Gamora.
And
Nebula.
and then him taking them in and like nurturing them to
it's
like
a fucking
be like
abusive
him.
relationship, exactly. And then on top of that, Rocket with what he went through to get to the point that he is now.
Yep.
And then Peter, like Star-Lord, fucking dude, his mother died in front of him.
Hasn't been to Earth since
His
85.
His dad kills his mother.
He finds out his dad kills his mother.
Yeah,
And
has
then-
to clap his pops.
It's just
He
his
loses
pain,
his stepdad.
bruh.
Like,
Yeah,
right,
Yondu, exactly.
right.
Yondu dies, so
Yeah.
he's just constantly dealing with trauma. And then again, Peter is he's off the rails to me, like in terms of the mind. Like he's very easy to push off the edge. That's why when he found out about Gamora, he was like, "No, fuck that! Like really, like you took my girl too. Like that's almost all I have
and you
left."
pointed out too, like when he found out that Eagle killed his mom. Again, it was more.
He
just
reacted
like,
the same way.
Right.
He reacted the same, yeah.
So it's just like, right, he still hasn't sort of developed that sense of like, let me take a step back,
Exactly.
evaluate, and then attack.
Because in the audio commentary, the Russo said they were like, "We want the characters to also make decisions that are in character. We don't want them to go, oh, he killed Gamora. All right, let's get the glove off and then we'll deal with him. No, you kill my girl, bro. The fuck out of here, like
right. I'm like, I get it, like I do. Like I remember when people were tight, like
I know it was a thing on Twitter.
Yeah.
But
like Iron Man did the same shit when he found out about Bucky.
right, he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't care. You literally.
killed
like,
my-
he's
you
like,
killed-
I don't care.
You
He
killed
said,
my mom.
he said, I don't care. He killed my mom. Yeah, that's literally
Right.
what he said.
It's just like it's something. I mean, thank God. Like I've never had to go through that, but I can imagine it's just a rush of just pure adrenaline. Like I'm about to fuck you up.
There's no stopping that.
And you know you're the shit, especially when you know you're the shit. Like Iron Man, like he's strong, bro. Like he is clever, and he's just like.
And. So
I'm about
sorry
to fuck you up.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of something.
What?
No, I'm saying what he was thinking. I
I was just like, damn.
I thought that's because I cut him off. I was like, oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I'm about to fuck you up.
That was
I was
perfect.
like, dude, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No. I finished. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay, cool. But you know why that reminded me of? Because Iron Man's actually the one to tell Peter, like, dude, like you have to relax right now.
Don't engage. He was like, Quill, don't engage.
Because he learned.
It's funny because in Civil War, he's the one that engaged, and he's just telling him like, dude, I get it. Relax for one.
But
give
wait.
us 1 second. Just let us get it off of him. And they were this close, dude. Like even watching it now, I knew what would happen. I'm just like, oh my god, it was right there.
Right there.
Like
dude.
Peter had it.
Right there.
I mean, how hard is it to take off a glove?
Well, because he's probably still gripping.
Yeah, because Thanos was probably like, because remember, you need his hands need to be like that in order for him to take the glove
Okay,
off.
that makes sense.
Like they're literally prying it off of his fingers.
Bro, like he caught the edge.
Yep.
It came off and he caught it.
He's ox. He caught it with his fingers.
His fingertips.
Ew. That's like wow.
And mind you, and that's the thing. There are a lot of moments, and especially in Infinity War, where it's just like, bro, Spider-Man almost took the Infinity Gauntlet off. Like, just to say that in a sentence and then go, oh, yeah, we're spoiled.
So, you know what's crazy to me? And I know you're going to be like, well, okay. His whole arc in Infinity War, to me, has been better than both of his solo films. Like, I felt the presence of Spider-Man in this movie. Obviously, I felt it in the other movies, but I'm saying because it's a solo. But in this one, like, when he was catching the Guardians after they were all knocked out, he's just like webbing. I'm like, dope. I'm like, Spider-Man shit. Like, when the
there's no story there though. You mean story arc or like just?
He means as a character, like
as a character, right? I'm just like he's putting in like work right now. Like when the dude was about to hit Tony and he grabbed it and he just looked over. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Stark, like who is this?" I'm just
man.
like, "He's fucking Ox." Like Spider-Man is Ox.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
like
why
you say, he almost took the gauntlet himself.
Yeah.
Like Tony was helping him, and then he was probably, yo, Tony. Actually, matter of fact, like it would be better if I just kind of grip this.
Yeah.
You go
I get a better grip, and I can rip this. Yeah.
And then he almost did.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, wow, like this is Spider-Man to me. And again, like Tom Holland to me is the best Spider-Man. Like of both, like Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Like to me, he is what embodies Spider-Man.
He got the cosign from Stan. Like I don't need it.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that to me is like, okay, cool. Like you're Spider-Man, and I see it. It's just I wish like going back to like a movie like Homecoming, I just wish he was written a little better, and I wish he just wasn't like so because even though in Infinity War obviously he's with Stark and all that, like he can hold his own, like he can do his own shit. So
Stark wasn't telling him what to do on or in Infinity War when they were fighting on.
Like he actually gave it was instinctual. He's like,
instinctual. I'm catching you.
Yeah, but even when they were on the flying donut with Strange,
right?
It was his plan.
Yeah, he told, all right, look, we got a situation. How are you gonna handle it? Go.
He's like, hey, I know a movie, Aliens. Oh, Aliens.
And I watched Aliens. Well, that's the sequel to Alien. Wow, they just added an S. Incredible.
But you did that. You did Blade Runners.
Yeah. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah.
Wow, I just got that. Wow.
But yeah, I really like how Tony kind of still gave a little bit of mentorship. Like, all right, dude, this is a one-way ticket.
Yeah. He's like,
this is a one-way ticket. And
then when he was talking to Pepper, and she was just like, yo, don't tell me you're on that fucking donut, bro. Like, yo, if you want donuts, we go to Dunkin' right now. Like, you get off that shit, bro. Like, what are you doing?
You just see the desperate nature of that call, and I feel like that gets overlooked a bit because
it does.
Because Tony is on a mission.
You don't know. Like when Pepper's like when Tony first boards the ship
and they leave Earth. And they leave Earth. Yeah.
And she's like, please tell me you're not on that ship. And he's like, like
he's like, yeah, I think we're gonna have to push our 8:30 reservation.
Dude, but like it's just good, like especially Tony, man. Like how you said, like who was the MVP? Oh, and I got something for y'all a little later, but
yeah.
Like to me, throughout this whole thing, like it just has to be him. Just because of the character development for Tony Stark. It's like even not even from 2008, like when his solo film, because that obviously is incredible, is impressive, but just from Infinity War and Endgame, where it's like he has his family, he knows it, but he knows he can save the world, and that's what he wants to do. Like that's what a hero does.
Exactly.
He's a hero
because he knew he wouldn't be able to rest. That's the conversation he had with Pepper in Endgame. He was like,
she's talking and he's looking at the
he's looking at the Mobius strip.
He's like, I did it. It's like I figured it out. And she's just like, fuck. It's like you're gonna do it. He's like,
you have to. She's like, you have to. She's like,
I'm not gonna stop you because I know, like, regardless if I try, like, it's not
exactly.
Gonna work. And
because
even she's like, yo, like, I know this is for you, like.
Because
like you have
he
to do
can't
this.
help it, bro, because of that PTSD that he has, especially even after Age of Ultron. We see that in Civil War, Pepper left him because he made another fucking suit.
Like, because think about it like this, guys, right? Like, you're playing video games. How tight do y'all get when y'all lose, right? And you're like, I could have fucking won. I
Yeah.
should have won.
Yeah.
And you get tight. That's over a video game. This dude just lost half of the population.
Yeah.
And that it falls on him.
Yeah.
It falls on all the Avengers. So to them, it's like, even Cap said
Video
it, he's
game
like,
podcast coming soon.
like, even Cap said it. He's like, some people move on, but like not us. And why don't we move on? Because we're responsible.
Exactly.
We lost. Like we're the ones that lost. And so that's why they're so adamant. Like when there's a chance, it's like we got to take it. We absolutely have to take it.
And especially coming from Cap's character, who again I was rewatching a bunch of the MCU stuff, and seeing his character arc is just incredible what they did with him.
Even the
really,
subtlety of like him not lying, him just avoiding the
Cap
questions.
does
I'm
not
like,
lie,
wow,
bro. He does
dude.
not lie.
So did they
at
surrender?
all.
Not exactly. or what? And then there was another one.
In the
where he said that.
elevator.
In the elevator,
She's like,
yeah.
Are you new here?
Not exactly. It's like, dude, just say yes or just say no. Like,
But but that's why he's
No,
worthy
I know,
of
of course,
wielding
yeah, it's just
Mjolnir.
funny,
He's
it's just
he's
funny.
honest. And so, do you guys believe that theory that the only reason he couldn't lift up Mjolnir before is because he didn't tell Tony the truth about his parents?
I don't know.
And that's what was holding him back from being like truly worthy.
I don't know.
But he never told him.
To be honest, I think it was a pride thing, but also
He didn't tell him.
if he was, bro, he was
came
flexing.
out.
He was flexing, like trying to lift Mjolnir up. I think if he was truly worthy, it would have just popped right out.
yeah, he would just went like this.
There would have been no struggle. Exactly, like same deal like in Endgame. There would've been no
Or he
struggle.
knew he could pick it up. He was like, you know what?
And
I'm gonna just let Thor think.
Yeah,
that I can
yeah.
pick it up. He's like,
yeah, he touched
No,
it.
I
He's like,
think-
wait. He's like,
I think it would have just come up if he grabbed. Like, there's no way he would have been able to know that he could pick it up and then
yeah,
fake.
right.
yeah.
I think he just couldn't do it yet.
Yeah,
and he
at
was
the
on his
time,
way.
He just wasn't like worthy.
Yeah,
And I don't think him telling, because like I said, he didn't tell Iron Man about the parents. He found out.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what gave him.
Maybe it's just making amends, like the amending part of between, which I absolutely like love. Like that shit hit different because it's just like, and especially seen in Infinity War where, and I love this where Bruce Banner is just like because Tony's like, oh, we broke up.
Oh yeah,
Bruce is
yeah.
just
That
like,
scene.
he's
Yeah.
like what? Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I don't care if
like
y'all
this
broke up.
whole shit is about to be fucked if we don't team
This
up.
whole planet about to be broke up. If
So
you
like
don't do
the
something.
Beatles, like
yeah.
But that's exactly what ends up happening, and that's why the severity of Civil War goes super underlooked because it's just like, bruh, Zemo literally dismantled this team, this family. Because I remember the Russo said, because I was listening to audio commentary about that too, and they said Civil War is initially about a film about divorce.
Yep.
And it's very and divorce is very tough, and you don't know which parent you want to go with, because again, at first obviously I was Team Iron Man and stuff, but after years of watching, I'm like, all right, both of y'all are right.
And I was and I've been the opposite. I was Team Cap
Yeah.
going into theaters, and even for a while. But then like especially like seeing what the whole situation with Bucky was.
Bucky
I was
and all that. Yeah,
I'm like
Yeah,
Tony,
you got-
like
it-
or no, sorry, not even like the whole Bucky situation. Just like the Avengers do need to be put in check sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they're wilding.
Yeah,
Like they just go
there's-
places, fuck shit up, leave, and like
yeah, but
hey,
like
we saved the world.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Right,
you
right,
said,
of course.
sometimes like these guys like can't just suit up and go save someone right away. They need permission. Like that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
It's annoying.
Yeah,
right?
I think there's a middle. There should have been a
middle
middle
ground.
ground in between
Yeah.
where Cap was at and where Iron Man was at. Like
Yeah.
in-
I'm
somewhere
Team
in the middle.
Cap all day though.
and that's why someone
was
who
Team
signed
Iron
it,
Man.
that's why someone who signed it like Rhodey at the time when Cap and all the the nomads came in and
Right.
the senator's like arrest him. He's like yeah.
all over it.
Right.
Right, all over it.
Oh, yeah, but he even said he was like, like I'm paying my price for signing that. fucking
Exactly.
thing.
I
Like,
paid my
right now.
price already,
Like,
yeah.
I'm paying my price. Like I'm fucking paralyzed basically if I had to take these things off. And
Right.
it's like, well, like he's like saying like maybe I shouldn't have done this shit. It's not worth it. Like
But and not even in that sense, but in the sense that like the world is literally under attack right now. Like no matter what accords are signed, those are all
It
those are
doesn't
all
matter
bullshit.
because
Exactly.
no armies are going to
There's
be
no
able to
laws.
hold them back.
There's no
You
laws.
need the Avengers.
There's
here.
no laws.
Like,
Like-
absolutely, you
Yeah.
need the God of Thunder. You need these people with powers. Like absolutely.
Yep.
So it
God of Lightning.
God of Lightning, right?
Yeah, but that's why I did that, especially in that moment when they're all together at the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I love is because these people know each other, right? Especially Bruce and Tony. He's just like, oh, Steve Rogers, okay. And then again you see Doctor Strange reacting like, oh damn it,
right.
or whatever because he knows, and then Bruce is just like, call him, like what's wrong? And then that's when I cut to the flashback.
Yeah.
And the reason I cut to the 4-3, I did the 4-3.
You see him thinking like,
yeah,
I can't call this motherfucker.
And I felt, bro, and I think that was so like immersive to do because it's just like this isn't an easy call for him to make.
And it's good that you put that there because like we get shown the severity of the situation again.
Exactly.
Because even though we remember it in the back of our heads, obviously watching Infinity War, it was 2 years prior to Civil War. So it's just like, you know, like,
just the visual, the visual part of it. You're just like, because it brings you back to the moment when you first saw it, where you're like,
exactly. And that's what I had a lot of trouble with.
Yeah.
When on the cutting floor, I was just like, like, do I put more of what happened in the film there, or do I just put that sequence of moments?
I think you did it
perfectly. Yeah, because
at first I was like, damn, is he gonna put the whole like fight sequence? Nah. I was gonna be like, wow, that'll be OD, but like it was perfect. And then the voiceover of him just being like, he's my friend. He's like, so was I.
Yeah.
Yep.
And and that's what hits more because it's like y'all became boys, whether you like it or not. Y'all became best friends because
they were a family. They were a family,
And you two were leading the team together. So it's just like the fact that you held this from him, like this information, and like, but I get it. Like, how do you tell him this?
Yeah, exactly.
And it right. So it just makes that moment of Bruce being like, what the fuck? Like, you're not gonna call him, and Tony's like, it's not that simple. And so like you again, you see both sides. You're like, Bruce is right. Just call him because we're in a very deep situation. And Tony's just like, hey, he killed my fucking, like, he didn't tell me that his boy killed my parents.
Yeah. And that's a part, and that's also, the severity of it is also a part of your life that has been told to you a certain way. Tony was told, oh, your parents died in a car crash. And that's all I know. I wish I told my...
Did Cap know everything? Did he know it was
details?
him? Did he know it was Bucky?
Yes.
Yeah, bro, you knew everything.
He knew everything.
Everything.
In the letter he wrote to him at the end of Civil War, he's just like, yo, I felt like I was sparing you, like by
the pain.
Sparing you the pain, and obviously
I was sparing myself. Yeah.
But he even wrote, he's like, if you need me, call me. I'll be there.
But even as Tony was calling him, he was like, I can't believe I'm calling this motherfucker. Like when he pulled up the phone, he was like, shh. Like, why am I? Like he had to suck his whole, put his pride in check. Because he was like, I don't want to call this motherfucker.
But and he kind of contradicts himself in a way in Endgame though, Tony, when he goes like, like, where were you? Like, and it's just like, well, you didn't call him, you didn't make the call.
I know, but it's more leading to.
I know, but it's just because he's so upset they just lost. So like,
fuck, I'm tight. I missed the second part.
Watch Endgame. Like, I forgot. Like,
send me the supercut. I'm gonna sell that shit on the streets out here in the city.
Yo, you see Brian on the corner.
I'll be making money, bro. I'll be making money.
They're like,
5.5 hours.
They're like, what's the difference? You're like, yo, just watch it. Like,
I can't explain it. Just do it.
Pay for it and watch it.
No, but also the reason I did the 4-3 format for some of those flashbacks is because I think flashbacks are literally like a photographic memory.
So to show you
like this
it's like a reel. It's like a reel.
Like this is like ingrained in the character's mind. So when it cuts to Gamora when she was a girl, when it cuts to
and I like the cutbacks when it cuts back to them and it's still like that Tony one specifically where he's thinking about it and then it kind of zooms back into him and he's just like, it's more complicated than that. I was like, wow, that felt like perfect.
Yeah, because and also even in that moment, I was just like, wait, he's taking a pretty long pause here. This is where I'm gonna put it.
Right? Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
because that's probably exactly what he was thinking about. He was like,
oh yeah,
about that.
Yeah,
but
I took his homeboy's arm off. I was probably about to kill him. Like, I don't know.
I think they did a really good job. Like again, like obviously Feige's behind all of this, behind this 10-year like thing. So it's just like. He's so passionate about it that he made all these characters like work. Even like subtle things that like I caught the first time, but even a scene like where Ant-Man's having his taco and Nebula comes out, I'm like, this is an interaction between Ant-Man and Nebula, dude.
Yeah,
and like even if it's for a second, she's like, what does she say?
There's an
idiot.
Rhodey, be careful on your landing. There's an idiot in the landing zone.
Like. Why?
You know why? Because
that's like perfect.
The reason is because he's literally eating where ships are landing and stuff.
Yeah,
and obviously he's gonna blow
indoors.
away.
When indoors, there's no
and tacos.
There's
hard shell tacos.
There's no cafeteria in the
she knows
fucking
what a taco
facility.
is?
I don't know. Confirmed though. Confirmed.
Yo, you know what I really like too? That's like I don't know if anyone ever talked about in Endgame is how they really showed you how the world like people were coping, but then like Cap would tell you like, there was whales on
in the
like
Hudson, in the Hudson River.
Hudson, and like how like it is
The
gonna
water's
get better.
clean. Yeah.
Like he was trying to at least see the bright side, and it's like 50% of the people died, but like Thanos, like low key, he's wrong for doing what he did because it's fucked up. But he's not wrong.
He's not
in
wrong
saying
about
that.
He's not wrong about the upside. Like
yeah.
about
He's not
saying,
wrong about what's gonna come. Like he even talked about Gamora's planet.
Yeah.
How that got better, and they're not starving anymore. Blah blah blah, and they're doing better.
Yeah.
And they were probably all gonna die instead of 100% dying in the future. I'd rather kill 50% now and save them later. So it's like it's so like you have to be like God level Thanos or any kind of like being like that to be able to make such a decision. Like you got to be like Omni-Man, fucking, who doesn't care. He doesn't care about like having a kid for 17 years and then killing him to make another kid. It's only 17 years. Like who cares? It's like a little fucking blink in his whole lifetime. So like
that's the thing.
But they really show you like how like I guess they really showed you the character development or like the background of Thanos and why he's doing what he's doing. And that's something that Marvel doesn't really do well on. And they did a good job with Thanos. They show him smiling at the end. They show him caring for Gamora. They show the positive and all the negatives that he's done. He's still a fucking fucked up person. But it's like,
even when he sat down and it was just like, he was in a paradise. That's where he was. That's where he was. This dude just wiped out half of civilization,
and he doesn't care that he was like in Endgame. He didn't care that he died because he still did what he did.
Exactly.
And he said that's called destiny. Like whatever. Like,
destiny fulfilled.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about himself. He doesn't care about that.
He changed the world as they know it forever. So, like regardless, right? Like you're saying, regardless if he ended up losing, like he lost. He won the games, but he lost the series, right? Like he got to game 7 and he lost. But nonetheless, he did what he had to. The damage was done. The damage was already done, whether they went back in time or not.
Yeah.
Luckily, they brought everyone who they needed to back. They lost a couple people along the way.
Yeah.
But now, and that's why these Disney Plus shows are doing a good job of just showing like,
the
recuperation. Yep. And I'm glad that like, and I'm starting to realize now. I'm like, wow, like the stuff we're getting now is literally only the first few things we're getting after all of this shit happened.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm like I'm glad they're not like off the bat like giving us like here we go again, like because it's too soon for all that. Like, we need
to
still
build,
traumatized.
Exactly.
From all of this
we
shit.
need to build towards the next saga, and I think that
and Loki's doing that right now.
Loki's doing the damn thing over there.
Gosh.
And I like that we also have we got to revisit the Ancient One again and see her moment with Bruce. So talking about the timeline and
First
stuff.
of all, can we talk about how dumb Bruce Banner is? Like, you think you're just gonna take the time stone off of her necklace? Off of her
she was giving them work on the roof, bro. She was just like this, bing, 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 and he sees this and he's just like, I just want to take it.
Right. The moment
he is Hulk.
Like,
yeah.
She was like,
but here's what I'm saying.
We're gonna have to have a conversation.
Right. The moment she was like, oh, you're looking for Doctor Strange, you're 5 years too early, I would have been like, okay, cool. She knows some shit I don't, so I'm not even going to engage right now. Let me break it down to her in a nutshell.
I think that they were
Nah, they're in a rush, dude.
They were in a rush.
They need to get the stones and
you don't
get
give
the
a
fuck out. Yeah.
Fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't blame I didn't blame him.
Oh, yo, what's good, bro?
I didn't blame him, but I was just like, damn, like knowing what we know about the Ancient One, I'm like, yo, he really about to get like.
Quill, did you just change your voice?
Right. Like, no,
this is my
voice.
Like yo, the Russo said that James Gunn, like he did some treatment to the script in terms of the Guardians interacting with Thor, and it just, bro, the mix-ups of characters were perfect. They were, to me, I didn't mind seeing Thor with the Guardians because of what he just did in Ragnarok, like that kind of goofy but also sentimental like kind of mix that they have there. Perfect mix there. I really like that shit. And then also fucking Tony with Doctor Strange, two narcissistic, egotistical assholes.
And then him and Nebula.
And then him and Nebula.
Just having fun. It's the first time she's ever had fun.
Ever had fun.
Playing
fucking what's that called?
I know. There's a terminology for it.
Football
football flick.
Whatever.
Paper football.
Paper football?
Yeah,
football?
is that what it's called?
Confirmed.
Nah, guys, let us know in the
Let
comments.
us know
I
in
don't
the
what it
comments.
is.
Yeah, what that's called.
But like even that I'm like, wow, I didn't think I needed this interaction, and yet here we are, her and Rhodey going to get the stone.
And
like,
and
wow.
that moment that they have there, where
Where they're watching Quill.
no,
like
no, I'm
dance.
saying where the
that was funny as shit.
So he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also when she goes and takes the Power Stone, and he's like, oh, okay, you got it, and then she's just like, nah, I have a metal arm, like I don't have flesh on me, and he's just like, we work with what we got, because Rhodey's like, I'm paralyzed, I'm still like doing what I have to do. Yeah,
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
The two of them have something in common.
Isn't it crazy that these things actually happened while it was happening?
Yeah.
Like when you first watch Guardians, and you see Peter Quill dancing, Nebula and Rhodey are there. Like you just don't see them because you know they're not going to show it, right? But like they're there.
Brian's doing a what's happened kind of deal. Like where
they were there because like the TVA, right?
Well,
it was supposed to happen,
right? Because they put the
no, they were there. No, but exactly, they were there,
theoretically,
getting ready,
not
fucking up the timeline, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the background, they take the stone real quick, and then Chris Evans, Steve, no,
too many
Cap, Captain America comes back and puts it back the second after they took it. So that means that like. They did all that right before Peter got in. Like they fixed it. You know what I mean?
Right. Peter woke back up, kept dancing, and then opened the thing, and then that's the rest of the movie.
I guess, like
it makes sense.
But I don't think that's how it works. Then
what?
I don't think he would just get knocked out, wake up, and be like, "What the fuck just happened?" and then just take the stone, and then the events of Guardians happen. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I think it's more like it didn't happen yet. They just had to go back to that time period, but it didn't happen when Peter first got it. When Peter first got it, he just got it, and the events of Guardians took place, and they just went back in time to that time period. But like, it's not to say that was the same thing that happened. In
so that might have been the very first start of the circle. Like, you know what I mean? The very first event, and then now, like, let's say we watch Guardians of the Galaxy now after the events of, Endgame. You would see him getting knocked out, but he wakes up and he's just like, okay, and then he continues, and it doesn't change. It doesn't affect anything. There's no butterfly effect from that. Like
everything happens as it should.
Clocked.
Yeah,
Because I forgot that he got clocked. So that's a good point.
Yeah,
I thought they just did things in the background without interacting. But I guess
Nebula knew that they needed a way to get into the temple. So
right. Oh yeah, because it works the same way with Loki. Like how he basically, because that would have created a new timeline if they just knocked him out, sort of left him there and didn't put the stone back.
Exactly, yeah.
So I guess them putting the stone back, like just makes everything fall back. That's what the Ancient One was explaining. Because then that's when Bruce was like, no, like our intention is just to borrow it
and bring it back,
and then we'll put it back.
Yeah.
And then it's like everything is fine.
Yeah, and their timeline was never reset. They weren't trying to go back in time and kill baby Thanos. Like they were trying to just bring the people back, and all they did was miss 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, all they did was miss.
I mean, everything considered, right?
Yeah, everything
considered.
5 years. Yeah.
But
all they did was steal the Infinity Stones and put it back where they were. And kill Thanos.
All they could have done is called up the TVA, be like, "Hey, the ones that are in that dude's drawer, can we just get a couple of them?" Isn't that crazy to think about though? They had to go out of their way. Natasha died for one of these things. And the TVA is just like, yo, we have a bunch of these in our drawer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you when you guys talked about, sorry, my fucking camera.
No worries.
Did you guys talk about during the low-key review, did you guys talk about like where the TVA is? Because I saw some crazy theory about it.
Oh,
well, in the reaction, Mark pointed out, he was like, it looks really good. Like the TVA, like the landscape of it when we see it.
Yeah, right. Close.
There you go.
when we saw the landscape of it, he's like, "Yo, I hope in future episodes, like we actually go into the
city,
TVA city and see." Yeah. So maybe that's a great point. Maybe depending where they actually are, maybe it's a place where like it's like sort of like the Speed Force in a sense where time and space just kind of
meet.
Yeah, and like that's why. But even Mobius says it. He's like, time works differently here, dude.
Yeah, that's weird.
And you know where else time works differently is the quantum realm.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then and in the quantum realm during the second Ant-Man, remember they saw the little city? That could be where they are.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
and
haven't
then
seen
what
the
else?
movie in so
What else
long,
was
I
a
don't
cool
remember.
point?
First or second?
Second one. I rewatched it the
The
other
second
day.
one.
Yeah.
So they saw the little city. In both areas, time works differently. And then another point was that Kang
Mm-hmm.
could be one of
The timekeepers.
the timekeepers, and he is the villain in the next Ant-Man, which is called Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah.
So it's like all these things link. You know, obviously it's like all spec talk, but like that's a
bro,
pretty cool
confirmed.
theory.
Nah,
just
that's
confirmed
confirmed.
yo, confirmed, bro.
That's it.
Dude, Ant-Man versus a timekeeper.
Not for nothing though. Ant-Man was putting in work.
No,
in Endgame.
we were talking about it. Yeah, we said we were
He's
thinking about.
six man of the year, bro. Just came off
Yeah.
the
Oh,
bench.
yeah.
and, like,
Actually, we were talking about that last night about who we think put in work.
that was
yeah.
gonna be my question for you guys.
Yeah.
What is your top 5? What's your starting lineup?
All MCU first
All
team.
MCU first team. Give me
okay.
your top 5 MCU first team.
All right,
Go
at
ahead,
point
Mark.
guard, I got Captain Marvel.
Damn, at point guard.
Hell yeah,
Bro, come on.
dude, she's ox.
She ran point with the gauntlet.
exactly.
And this is in relation to like where they are at right now. Like this is like present day. like,
Yeah.
Whatever they've
Current
been through.
stats. Current stats.
Right, and it could be dead or alive.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, people were like, yo, give me your top 5 dead,
Dead
or
or
alive.
alive. Right
Yeah.
now. Tell me. So I can completely disagree with you.
Biggie, Tupac.
Jay, Hove.
Eminem.
You gotta throw Eminem in there, bro. Always.
Okay, so then number 2, I got Doctor Strange, then Scarlet Witch, then I mean,
Taking too long, bro.
If only I could take Infinity War Thor, I would. But
Oh my god.
dude, no, but dude,
I'm still taking Thor.
What is wrong with you? It's the same guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
What
but-
the fuck?
Watch, he's about
No,
to
it
be
ain't.
beastie
No,
in
it
Thor: Love
ain't.
and
No,
Thunder.
it ain't.
Oh no, he might not be beastie.
No,
in
it
Thor:
ain't.
Love and
You're
Thunder.
so butthurt about Fat Thor, bro. Get over
listen,
it.
I'll
Move
tell you,
on.
dude.
Body
In
shaming.
Endgame, dude, he is going up against Thanos with no stones, and dude got absolutely fucking wrecked. He was getting fucking destroyed. If Captain
Yeah, but Thanos was ready.
Read the scene. What happened?
Let me put my fucking
Thanos
glasses
wasn't ready
on.
when
Hold on.
when he was fighting everybody.
No, he wasn't ready. You know what was he? He came out of nowhere.
Got his glasses on. He wasn't ready.
Thanos was fucking ready
hold
to put
on.
in work.
I mean, I would hope he was ready to put in work when he was gathering the last of the Infinity Stones, but I mean, I guess not.
He was just like, "Oh, finally, I won!" And Thor came out of nowhere with fucking dead silence on and fucking threw his goddamn axe. Like, what do you like?
He threw the tomahawk.
yeah.
But like the Stormbreaker did like kind of suppress the power of like the Infinity Stones. That was kind of like wow, like this dude is
Yeah, and then
that shit
he
is
can't
pretty
he can't
powerful.
break a fucking sword in half. That sword that was
Nah,
somehow
but
breaking vibranium.
I'm not blaming
don't know.
Endgame Thor for the
whatever.
way he fought just because I'm like, yo, it's been 5 years since he scrapped.
Right, so
also
that's
he-
the last time we saw him. So
he
do you
just
want
got-
to take a 5-year out of, you know what I mean?
I feel you.
Like, let's see.
But to me, it's
I'm
like,
taking
it's like,
Thor: Love and Thunder.
We haven't even seen that yet, so I can't comment. But
Well, but he's
we
gonna be
have
the
seen him behind
strongest,
scenes, so
confirmed.
he looks fucking ox.
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's because he's prepping for Hulk Hogan too, right?
Yeah, he's doing
Do
all
you
Oh.
guys think they're gonna show a montage of him losing that weight, or we're just gonna start?
It will
the
be
film
funny
and
to see him and Peter using the Bowflex.
That'd be funny.
He
That
told me
would
he was
be
gonna
funny.
get-
That would be
hilarious.
hilarious.
because it's just like they hinted at it. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like, I need to get a Bowflex. I love
Yeah.
how they
Mark.
said Bowflex because no one gets Bowflexes anymore.
Yeah.
and because
Nah.
he's been stuck on Earth since the '80s, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, the Bowflex, like that's still a thing.
Yeah, that's still a thing. Yeah.
I gotta take Iron Man.
Got a fucking shake
course.
weight. All right, yeah. What's your fifth?
Are we allowing Iron Man because he's
But yeah, Dead or Alive, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Dead or Alive?
All,
Oh.
MCU first team.
All MCU first team.
Dead or Alive?
Yeah, bro. Vision there.
Hell no.
No. Hold on. Before you continue your thing, before I forget, we need to talk about Vision. I get it. Like
No. Let's finish our ranks.
You right.
Let's finish our ranks. All right, Mark.
All right,
choose a
all right,
field.
all right,
Hurry- Hurry the fuck up, Mark.
All right, then I'll go. Calm down. Then I'll probably go Thor. Then I guess at 5.
Oh wow.
I wanted to leave him out of
surprise.
my 5, but I don't
so
think. you can.
Strange, Wanda, Thor, Iron Man, and who's your fifth?
Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Saturday at 7 p.m. I get a call, y'all.
My boy Mark.
Brian, do you have yours?
All MCU first team.
Yeah. I'm not going in order. So,
No, it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like an order. It's just like your
top five.
Yeah,
Top five,
you're starting. You're starting 5.
yeah, Thor, Captain Marvel, shit, Iron Man. Fuck, what was one of the ones you brought up, Mark?
Doctor Strange.
It's taking too
Witch.
long, bro.
Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah,
Scarlet
Doctor
Witch.
Strange. Fact. And Scarlet Witch.
So mine.
So the same ranking.
That is a beast.
No, you didn't say this.
I said Thor, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
We got the same 5.
Oh yeah. No, we are the same. Yeah, I was in between Iron Man and Hulk, but like if we're talking about MCU, then I would
No
choose
shot.
Iron Man MCU over Hulk
yeah,
MCU because he is complete garbage. And I might replace Iron Man with like Vision later on if we get more Vision and Vision's actually like putting in work, but he hasn't.
Yes, put zero.
I
work
haven't
in.
been. He's fucking.
I lied. He
the
put
bottom of the ocean
put a
whale
little bit
shit
work
right
in
now.
in Age of Ultron, but that's because like the movie was basically about him, so he had to be
Yeah.
low key OP. But then he just got finessed in fucking Civil War.
Everything else.
The Civil War, Wanda finessed him, and then Infinity War,
remember
was getting
because he
finessed by
let her.
everyone.
He let her though.
Oh, and I'm sure he let Thanos and his goons fuck him up too. Fucking scrub.
What are we talking about though? This is like just like top 5 you would pick for what? Like a
Like-
war?
Like, yeah, you just have to go into battle against
who-
some
who's
strong
your
motherfuckers.
team,
Who is your
right,
team?
to defend
Final
New York
battle.
City. Final battle.
Like could you choose Cap with Mjolnir or like
I mean,
It's just
that's
Cap.
That's
You
too
can just
circumstantial.
No
Yeah.
attachments, bro. No attachments.
attachments.
well, not
Space
because you
weapon.
can because
you
that-
chose
that's-
Thor from fucking Infinity War. I
Who
can't
did?
choose Cap from Endgame.
No,
like,
I didn't. I just said
No, he
Thor.
just said Thor. Like he just.
I said I
he
wish
did.
I could.
All right,
I said
fair,
I-
fair,
Yo,
fair,
relax.
fair.
Cap at this time is worthy of the.
Oh yeah.
million.
That's
If
true,
it's
but he's not
available.
always gonna have it.
Exactly.
Well, he is
You know what I
old
mean?
right
Like,
now. He's Biden. So.
Oh yeah, we got
Joe Biden.
Cap Biden.
Joe
Cap Biden.
Joe Biden.
Now, I'm gonna stick with what I picked for now. So me and Mark on the same page.
Damn. I'm low key on the same page.
You about to say the same. I think it's pretty easy. You know what
because
I mean?
they're like the strongest Avengers.
Yeah.
Spider-Man like could replace Iron
yeah.
Man.
Oh man, that's
I wouldn't-
like
wouldn't.
Cap and Spider-Man are coming off my bench. Like they're,
Oh, for
like,
sure,
They're
yeah.
on the rotation.
6th and 7th man.
Yeah. And then Ant-Man has probably come off that rotation
Yeah,
too.
and
like,
that is a great 6th man, bro.
something you said about Drax that really is starting to like get to me is that like they kind of nerf Drax in these films.
Bro, if everybody is like how they are in the comics, then none of these movies will finish
I
this quick.
get it, because Drax like he can
but-
fuck
And
people
Gamora
up.
too. Gamora is
can.
beast too. Like
Yeah.
all these.
But
At least
they
Gamora
low-key-
has.
they low key show Gamora being more beast though.
Yeah.
Like
All Drax has is little
always
butter
getting
knives.
fucked up. Drax got wrecked by Ronin.
Like they overdo him being an idiot. Like
Right.
it's
They-
like
they do.
annoying.
Yeah, instead of nerfing everybody a little bit, I feel like they nerf a few characters a lot. Like nerf them into the fucking ground.
Yeah,
Like Vision. Drax. Yeah, like those.
And
those
Peter
two
Quill still bothers me.
specifically.
Like, what the fuck is Peter Quill? Is he still gonna be half god or not?
No,
Like, he's
that's
just
since-
human now.
yeah,
Like,
That's gone now,
Yeah,
yeah.
since Ego's planet is gone, he has no power source. So
so like that's what I'm saying. Like, so he's just a human. Like,
yeah, he's just regular.
but he ain't no fucking Iron Man. He ain't no Batman.
no.
He ain't no.
But
like,
he was getting shit done before the whole God stuff anyway.
Yeah.
I'll choose Black Widow over fucking Peter Quill any day. Like Peter Quill.
yeah, I mean,
what is he
you're talking
fucking?
I mean, Black Widow,
100p.
like, she
Peter
got
Quill
it.
is literally a space pirate. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Black Panther's coming off my
Yeah.
bench.
Oh,
T'Challa.
fuck.
Yeah.
You can't. I can't put him in the top 5 though.
Nah, I can't.
Power
put him
level
top
wise,
five.
yeah,
no.
we're talking.
But like that kinetic energy suit.
Oh,
is-
D.
Yo, and I love an Endgame because he kept getting hit, so it just kept absorbing.
Yep.
And he's like lit.
Taking
Yo,
all that,
and you
bro.
peeped, you peeped when Thanos hit him. It like he hit him so hard
That
that
it
it
activated.
didn't even absorb
Right.
it. It
It
just
couldn't
like
absorb all
went
of it.
away.
Yeah.
Like he took away even what he built up before that. It was like
He
goodbye.
broke the fucking
Yeah,
suit, bro.
He did.
That's how you know it has like limits. His power level is
Yeah.
not as high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shuri's like, God damn.
I think it's the suit. Yeah, the suit. Yeah, it just has a limit to
must
how much
make
it can
adjustments.
absorb.
This is bullshit. Definitely.
Oh yeah,
So, what's your top 5, Ariel?
Doctor Strange. What's up?
Hey, that's
Hey, the GOAT.
That's a fly ass pick.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Current Vision, and did I say Scarlet
So
Witch?
White Vision,
I think you did.
Vision.
Yeah. Vision?
Wi-
Yeah.
Vision,
Vision in
or
your
Fission.
He's in your
Fission?
top 5.
Yeah.
Over who?
All MCU first team.
Over who?
Oh, and Thor. I'm sorry. And Thor. Thor's the
So-
last one.
Who'd you replace?
Fine.
him
I'll
with?
replace Vision with Scarlet Witch for now.
You put
Bro, Scarlet Witch will body Vision.
body.
No. I'm saying I'll replace. I meant to say I'll replace Vision with Scarlet Witch for now. I want to see more Vision. I would like to see more
I
Vision.
want to see more Vision.
Yeah.
I still don't
Guys,
understand how
let us know
Vision
your
has his
top 5.
powers.
Let us know your top 5 of the current MCU dead or
All
alive.
MCU first
all
team.
MCU first team.
I think everybody's gonna say exactly what we just said.
Yeah. I mean, it makes the
It's
most
pretty
sense.
easy. Like
Yeah.
you're choosing the strongest.
Yeah.
You're
I mean, I
choosing
could
the
have
strongest
chose,
one.
like, at first I was going to be like,
But
I'm
Ant
just
Man is
choosing-
kind of crazy because he can shrink. He can go
Yeah.
subatomic and God forbid
That's
create
what-
a black hole.
That's
and
what I was
shit.
saying. I was like, I almost picked him as like my trump card.
Like the
Yeah, but
second
that's
I see-
such like
last
a that's a,
resort.
such an extreme that he has to do.
Yeah.
And like it's like I'd rather have 5 people who don't have to go to that extreme to be
they just have the
as
powers
strong.
or their suit ready.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
he would like, oh shit, I gotta
if they're fighting, if they're fighting to actually kill, I mean, I might take Ant-Man in my
Right,
top 5
every-
because
But they don't
I,
rely on
like,
anything,
everyone
you know what I
says
mean?
always vary depending on
go
the
up the ass.
situation.
everyone says it's like just go in this earlobe
Yeah.
and
And
then
expand.
just expand.
Right.
You win.
My top 5 will always change. Like if we're talking in terms of legacy, I'm like, all right, we're taking the top 5 or 6
OG
like,
Avengers?
OGs,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
always. Like but that's in terms of legacy. I'm just talking about strictly like, yo, like if
I
you
need
were
to- I
to
need to kill
assemble people to compete and get you a win, who you
Yeah.
got? You know what
I
I mean?
actually might.
I got Hawkeye coming off my bench.
Fuck no. I'm getting Ronan coming off my bench.
Yo,
same
his
person.
Not
No,
even,
it's
not
No,
even,
it's not.
bro.
Him with the fucking katana is much more lethal.
and he was
with
putting
him
he was
with a
putting
bow and
he was
arrow.
putting in work too in Endgame when he was running like
With
he was
his fucking
he was
things that
he
smell
was
like hot
out.
ass.
Yeah,
Yo,
those, I never thought about that, bro.
It smells so bad.
those little
Thanos was like, oh my god,
The
who's
space
gonna
dogs.
clean
who's
that?
cleaning this
Who
shit?
is
I know it
cleaning
ain't
the-
me.
They
I
cleaning
know
what
it
It
up?
would be him.
Yeah,
What?
I know.
Or all the
It'd be like Ebony.
the freaking
It's time for you to clean this shit.
Yeah.
what's the Outriders? I think that's what
That's
they're
what
called.
they're
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the thing where they hold them, it must smell like
Dude,
shit.
the CGI was insane on
Yeah.
Thanos and his little goons. Like on her, like the
his
like the
Goonies?
girl. Who
You
said
can see
was,
Thanos' fucking peach fuzz on his arm. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Proxima Midnight. That's what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yo, her CGI was crazy
Yeah.
good too.
Cole
Like, crazy
Obsidian,
good. All
Ebony
them.
Maw.
Squidward.
Yeah, that's why like sometimes when you see the shots of like Banner in the Hulkbuster suit, it's just like but
Yeah,
it's,
that
like I understand because
the
I'm like, yo,
floating head
you
thing is
used it
weird.
for everything that
Yeah.
you needed it to be. Like
Yeah.
I
on
fucking
the
hate
villains,
the Hulk. I hate what they did to him, bro.
I do. Too.
I fucking hate it.
I
That's
do not. Like
That's
the Hulk
top
in the
one
MCU.
worst fucking thing they've ever done is nerf him in Infinity War.
He's so
And he gets
unintimidating to me.
He's so unintimidating. He gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller every fucking movie. It's like, dude, be consistent.
But he
I get
did-
it when you went from the Incredible Hulk to Avengers Hulk. All right, it's 2 different people. Now it's like Marvel Studios doing it. It's more Disney. Okay. But then from there to the next time we see Hulk, to the next time we see Hulk, he gets more and more human and small.
Yeah,
He
it's
went from
annoying.
like bodybuilder to caveman to like somewhere between caveman and human to straight up human with that's weak as fuck. Like it's so
Like, he
wacky.
held a building
I
up.
don't. No, like I was just
Like, he just needs to be
I was gonna
consistent.
Point it out. There was 2 moments in Endgame where I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, like
exactly.
they really showed Hulk and him using his
Flexing.
powers, even though he's not like angry. It's just like he's still Ox.
Exactly.
Him using the gauntlet and then him
course.
lifting that building with one arm. I'm like, wow, that's beast. But I do see where Brian's coming from and I agree with Brian just because of the simple fact I grew up like because the Hulk is my dad's favorite hero. So like he used to show me the Lou Ferrigno like show, and like But as a kid, dude, like that shit was entertaining to me. Like I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Right.
And because that's what he watched as a kid. That's all he had.
Ariel was so disappointed.
It was
No,
just
that's
I
bro.
couldn't.
so obviously, right. It's just literally a bodybuilder painted green with a wig. But like the way it was shot sometimes, like you kind of feel that transformation and how Bruce Banner really like contemplates with being the Hulk because he doesn't want that side of him to come out because that side of him is just so violent, so angry.
Yeah.
And then even I love the 2008 Hulk with Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk. I love the one. Wait, which that's Incredible Hulk, right?
Ed Norton,
and then the one before that I like too.
The Eric Bana
like
one?
because I watched that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
it is. But like I watched it as a kid
But
and
he's
like
violent.
just showing
He's,
how
like, lethal.
animalistic he
Yeah.
is, and he just chucks tanks like they're fucking feathers and like jumping across the desert and shit. And him and Incredible Hulk just showing how like monstrous he is. Even in Avengers,
when he roars, dude, when he roars at Abomination, I'm like, fuck yeah. But here's my thing. It's because we grew up with this kind of Hulk.
Yeah.
So then seeing him now, it's sort of a weird change. It's like, because I do want to see his aggressive side. And the Russos pointed fun at it because they're like, oh, Hulk, like, pretend you're aggressive. And then you see him, And I'm just like,
I hate that.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, don't
So
do that
upsetting.
to me. Don't do that to me. Like, don't spit in my face. Like that's them spitting in my face, dude.
I'm
Because
sorry,
I
bro.
want to see the Hulk that like.
I don't think because the entire from Edward Norton Hulk, which is still canon, at least the character arc. He's been even in Avengers. He points out the fact that he's like, yo, like my condition is more of a danger to everybody than it is a help.
I get it.
Because they literally needed to come up with a sort of trance to get him under control in Age of Ultron.
Right, but Ariel, my thing is like, fine, he can start being less aggressive and control it, which is good because you don't want to be crazy. Like, remember in Age of Ultron where he couldn't control himself?
Right.
Iron Man. Yeah, that's dangerous, bro. Like, you probably killed a couple people doing that, like low key.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, but it's like when shit hits the fan, like, please, bro. Like, come on, man, turn up.
Right.
Like,
But that's the thing.
start or it's like just show him beat fucking people up. Like in Endgame, they barely showed him actually fighting and putting in work like they did in Avengers.
Oh, all right.
But he's one of the OGs.
But he doesn't have a solo. He doesn't have a movie. He is only in movie.
I think that
I know,
he
but
serves
that's
as a
my
better
point.
supporting character than he does a main.
But he's not even supporting because even like
in Ragnarok he was.
Yeah, in Ragnarok he was, but like even in Ragnarok they barely showed his potential, bro. I hate that.
To me, he was ass in Ragnarok. Ass.
He was garbage. The most you saw him fuck people up.
Like that scene is not cool to me. That scene is whack to me. It's like if it would have been cool if like when he smashed down, like he was the Hulk and like it kind of gave like a zoom in, like and like him like looking up at the wolf like angry. I'm like, I would have been like, fuck yes.
That's literally Taika Waititi.
This, and I'm just like,
yeah. That's Taika Waititi literally shitting on the Incredible Hulk when he jumped out of the helicopter and landed and then turned into the Hulk and popped up. That's him shitting on that scene and making fun of it, of something that's canon. And it's just, I don't know. I thought that was so dumb. That's why I hate the Hulk.
I know it's all based on preference. I understand.
And
but
I agree with Brian. I don't like what they do.
I just really like
there's no consistency
that his
at all.
arc has some sort of importance though, because he said like it's like I was meant to snap my fingers and wear the glove because all I've done was hurt people like becoming the Hulk, and now I get to bring everybody back.
I get it, but that still doesn't like his moments of brilliance still don't overshadow to me. Like they don't shine as bright to me of when like the character's written badly. Like it's just not. It just doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same because I know the way he was written. It was still very cool. I'm like, dope. Like he's doing something. Like he's about to snap. Like this is a big thing right now that's happening. Huge.
Yeah.
He's bringing everyone back. He brought everyone back.
No.
Huge
Like I think what they did in like Age of Ultron was cool. How like they used Natasha to calm him down. They kind of found a way to control him a little bit, and then like moving up from there is just him doing it on his own. And like, all right, maybe his Hulk got smaller because he's more controlling of it. That's fine, but it would have been cool to see like when he needs to turn up and when he needs to actually like fuck people up. Maybe he gets just show that anger come out, but like him being able to control it. They don't show that. It's just him being calm all the time. And it's like, all right, so you're just there to snap your fingers. Like you're a
Also, he
huge
doesn't have
character, bro.
hands.
You're a huge character.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I was
Bruce
like, wow,
Banner
he
doesn't have
he
hands.
He didn't confront Thanos again in Endgame,
Yeah,
which I think
almost-
he should have. But now it makes sense. He
Yeah.
probably still would have got clapped because he got no hands.
Almost every fight the Hulk has been in, he's kind of outmatched who he's fighting. Like Abomination, all right. Abomination, he washed Abomination because he was his uncontrollable self at the moment.
Right, and now that he's controlled,
Exactly.
Bruce
Him
Banner has no-
Hulk against the Chitauri.
But yo, Bruce,
against-
be like, yo, Hulk, like teach me how to fight, dude. Like help me. Like
It's just
like
stupid.
the hands,
It's like
the
your
hands, that's
power
all
is-
you. The mind is me.
Yeah, but
It's-
that's something that has to be learned and
We'll
trained.
see. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see
we'll
him
see what
again
the-
in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So let's see what they do with that. Again, he's gonna be a supporting character because it's obviously not his show.
Bro, I
let's see.
don't mind what they did with Hulk. I just think that
Of course you don't.
I mean,
course you don't mind.
because it works.
No,
me,
because
it-
you're an MCU stan. That's it.
Oh, hold on.
What are you doing? What was that sound at the end?
I
A
don't
cool
know.
little noise he made.
Oh, I already did that.
But
I don't know.
I mean,
Wow.
Yo, Soups, come to the pod.
for
For
real.
real.
I don't know. Like, regardless though, like again, it doesn't take away, like for me, like obviously the importance of what he's done. It doesn't take away from the overall story arc. Like again,
You just said it did though.
huh?
Did you just say that it takes away from it, or
No,
it just
it
hit the
takes away.
same?
It takes away to me like like him doing that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Hulk's the fucking guy.
Okay.
Like I'm just
Nah,
like dope.
he's
Like,
still like a pussy. Like to me, he's still a pussy. And the same thing with Vision. Vision is a fucking, he's whack. So, I mean, obviously they're probably going to show OP Vision now and he's going to get more. And I'm glad. But like the Vision that we've seen till this day is whack. And we
right.
all agree on
Wanda-
that. And they
WandaVision
wrote
gave me
him
hope.
garbagely.
I'm like, okay, like
What did he do in WandaVision again? That was so amazing.
what do you mean? It has the white vision.
Yeah.
And
What did he do?
but like he's like, what you mean? He's just more powerful now. Like he's more like in tune with who he is. Like,
Because
he-
remember,
he's
in-
himself.
in Infinity
And he doesn't
War-
need the stone.
Infinity War, Bruce says he's like you're a mix of the Stone, me, Tony,
everything,
and Ultron.
a lot of shit. Even
You're not
right,
just
right.
the Stone.
Yeah.
You are-
Sherry said there's trillions. She literally said there's trillions of little things going on here. Like
Yeah.
if
Of
I don't do it
synapses in
correctly,
his- yeah.
like he will fry.
Right. Yeah, no, I get
It
that.
calls a
But I'm
circuit breaker,
saying,
but yeah, what's up?
without the stone, wouldn't that make him a little less powerful then?
No, I think him knowing who he truly is and like
What he
he's
is,
right.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What I asked earlier, and I think you guys explained, is how does he still have his powers without the stone?
Yeah, because
How come he can still phase through shit? How come he can still shoot a laser? How come he can still create a cape out of his ass and fucking?
What if he went to Wakanda, dude?
Well, the thing is that he is made of vibranium, so he's a mixture of vibranium, the Mind Stone, Tony, Ultron, and Bruce Banner.
Right.
So what it is that his power still stems from the Mind Stone. So the Mind
like-
Stone
it's like
allowed
Wanda,
for all
right?
of that.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like amplified.
like Wanda.
Exactly.
That's what I think you guys
Yeah.
said last time.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like Shuri was gonna do. That's why I feel like
Yeah.
Shuri was gonna do when she was operating on him. She's
Right.
like, yo, I'm gonna
Remove,
extract
extract the stone.
and you'll still be able to live, and like
Exactly.
we'll be able to work with you here. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel White
Right.
Vision is going. What if he's going to Wakanda?
Oh, that would be really
so
cool.
so he could like show up to Shuri and be like, hey,
Let me
What's
get an
up?
upgrade.
I need
yeah,
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
iOS
he's
update.
good now, isn't he? Isn't he good?
Like he's
yeah.
still white. Like he's still like all. Like, I feel like we're gonna see him go back to his normal self.
He's good now,
What's
right?
wrong with being
He's
white?
Still white.
Because I mean that to me is still implying that he's not able to really still like manifest and control like his powers the way he wants to.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, because I feel like
I
he'll be
think
able to
he- I think
transform
he's-
himself.
I think he's chilling. I think he's good. It's just him like understanding himself for a little bit. And I think
Exactly.
Vision kind of set him on that path. And now he's just going to go find himself. That's why he left.
Exactly.
I don't think he needs anything physically done to his, like he's good.
Yeah.
His body is his body. He is who he is. He just needs to understand who he is.
That was a dope
I guess-
scene in the finale.
Exactly,
the ship
because-
of
Ship of Theseus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that
Dope.
when his arc starts in Ultron, he's trying to understand what his purpose is, number one, on Earth. Number two, he's trying to find a way to fit in with humanity. And then that inevitable relationship with him and Wanda also
which helps him fit in with humanity.
Helps him
I
fit
got a
in.
wifey.
It helps him fit in, and also it hinders him as well because he's just like, all right, I understand the extent of Wanda's power due to the Mind Stone. I could probably cause a lot of damage due to the Mind Stone, and also I fucking crippled the guy because I was off edge.
Yeah.
Because of Wanda.
Yeah.
All of that is because of Wanda. Everything Vision did in Civil War is because of Wanda. Because he was like emotionally involved with her, and then that.
So I'm glad they kind of did that because maybe now like his story won't be so centered. Not that his story won't be, but his character development won't be centered more on her, but more him finding who he is
and finding his place in humanity,
rather than him just like being an extension of Wanda. Because technically that's what WandaVision was.
Yeah, exactly.
He was just an extension of her. So now he could just sort of be his own thing, and maybe in the process also just be more powerful.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
I think I have to watch the finale again because I don't remember being impressed at all with him.
Yeah, it's just
where I was like, "Oh my god, let's go!" Like,
I mean, it wasn't
the
like
reason,
a let's go, but it was more of like
I wasn't
hope
like
that his character can be better than has been shown.
I prefer character development or some semblance of some sort of arc over any action that like any kind of cool action moment. I'm not.
It hits me like it hit like his, and of course Paul Bettany like killed it like especially in WandaVision. Like I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like
it's a middle ground.
Right, dude. He's a whole AI. Like he shouldn't be getting tossed around by some of these like characters that he gets tossed around by. That's all I asked for. It's like
he's literally useless. Like in Endgame or in Infinity War, I mean, he literally has no moments of anything.
Right,
like,
he doesn't.
He saves Cap.
Dude, but you know that.
Please,
bro,
stop using that.
Bro,
that didn't happen though.
Bro,
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying
that's like you having 0 points and you didn't hit the game winner, but like you hit a clutch shot like down the stretch, but you still only had 2 points while Cap this whole time was putting up 40. And it's just like, it's like, oh, nice shot. Thank you. Finally, you did something.
Right. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that doesn't make you the man.
Final score, -2 points.
So what's going on? I come back and
you still lose because they lose in Infinity War. Everybody loses.
Right, they lost.
So they lost. So good job, Vision.
Good job, Vision. 2 points. You put up 2 points. Brian,
you know
we're saying because Mark said he didn't do anything in Infinity War, and then Ariel goes, oh, but like he saved like Cap, and I was using like a basketball like kind of explanation where it's like that's if a player like with like a minute left has 0 points throughout the game and then makes a shot like a clutch shot. They still end up losing, and then Cap had put up like 40 points. Cap has been balling all game. So like that doesn't count. I don't give a fuck about your.
He saves Cap when.
When
Cap first saved him.
Right, when Cap first saved him
at the end, and then the dude was about to stab Cap, and then he like stabbed the guy like in the back.
Corvus Blade, when he's about to.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
it should have been cooler. You're right. It should have been cooler.
No, fucking Ned could have done that.
It was just like a finally moment. You do something. Like it wasn't like oh yeah, he got his back or something like it was just like
I'll use
finally
a perfect
do
example
something.
Right here, right? When Wanda actually comes down and joins the fight, and then everybody was like, oh, what's her name? Was like, where the fuck was she the whole time?
Where was she? Why was she?
That's how it should be for Vision. It's like, where the fuck was he the whole time? This
you know what I think?
Work.
Why did he have to be hurt the whole time? Why couldn't he have just been hurt?
Well, she was healing him the entire time.
In the audio commentary,
the
Russo said, we have a lot of powerful characters in the MCU. The movie would finish quick. The movie would finish quickly if everybody is together, if everybody is at their full potential, they
choose one guy.
No, they don't
choose him in the hole.
They sideline.
But they're going against an entire fucking army of these smelly motherfuckers in Wakanda, and they can't just have the Hulk out, and they can't have Vision out, and then just get clapped by Thanos when he shows up. Thanos just comes in with
what is
5
the
stones.
Development? What does Bruce Banner learn from that then?
What did Bruce Banner learn from this?
That that his place on the team works better when he is both Hulk and Banner at the same time. Whereas if something is something,
I get what you're saying. It 100% makes sense, and it works well. I thought Bruce's thing worked well. It's just we just still want signs of like a Hulk
still
out.
A beast.
I still want a Hulk out.
Because even in Endgame, he didn't do shit. besides Snap. It's like, okay, cool, because you can take it because you have.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
that's
I know,
that's
I know
great.
I know what Brian means. Like it's just not like it's not a moment like where it's just like obviously the snap is huge. Like again, I was like, wow, like this shit is
But
crazy.
it makes sense. Like
still
Iron
not
Man
enough.
picking it up and doing it. That's him being. That's crazy that he did that because he killed himself to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The Hulk was like, all right, I could probably take it. I'm the strongest one here who can handle this type of radiation, blah, blah, blah. So he does it. So, okay, that makes sense. Thanks. You still don't put in work when like we're all fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you talking about putting in work fighting wise. That's what everybody's issue is.
literally what we've been saying. Yeah. I'm talking about him
in
being
terms of-
aggressive when
in
we
terms
need
of
him to
character
be
development,
aggressive.
They obviously did a great job. Like, and in terms of like everyone sort of having their moment, like everyone has their moment. Like the especially the original six. Like
Yeah.
obviously Natasha
Killed herself.
for one of the stones.
Yeah.
You know, Tony obviously with the snap, Hulk with the snap, Cap with Mjolnir. And then
Or being fat.
yeah, what was Thor's moment? I think Thor's the only one that didn't really have a crazy thing in Endgame.
Oh, and Endgame?
Yo, when
No,
he called the
well,
stuff and he got his beard
because-
fucking braided. That was
because
so
I
cool.
feel he
That scene was
That scene was cool.
tough.
It is tough, but I mean,
Pretty
is it a
tough.
moment?
But you know what I love about that, especially because when they were asking Thor, Thor was
He already
like
got
a
his
villain,
moment
right?
before.
Yeah, he had an Infinity War,
It's
so
like,
that's why I'm like, okay, I guess they don't want to like overdo Thor, but I'm like,
They took it away,
It is
though.
Thor. Like,
spoiled.
Even in Ragnarok,
Spoiled.
I think is when he got his moment.
oh yeah, I mean that was his movie though.
Yeah, I'm just
You
saying,
gotta
like he
give him
got his.
moment.
Yeah,
but even when they were like, I forgot what either Tony or Cap had asked him, and he was just like one wording them, and he was just like sitting there. He's just sitting there, and then like I love how they said something. And he was like, okay, good, and like the clouds just start coming. And like, the lightning bolts.
right.
Let's
I
kill him
forgot what
properly
he
this
said.
time.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was like, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
so he
go.
said,
But
as
going
long as
back-
we're all in agreement.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
what he
as
said.
long as we're all in agreement.
Going back to Thanos, the Vision. The thing with Hulk, like even though we don't like it,
Yeah.
even though we didn't like it and we wanted like more of, you know, like whatever we were talking about, it's okay. Like it makes sense for his character development. With Vision, it's like he's been getting shit on since after he first appeared, and it's just he's never.
Yeah.
He's just like, why couldn't he have just not been so hurt and just been getting his fucking like Shuri's trying to work on him.
Mhm.
And then when shit hits the fan, he just like, all right, I'm going out in the field and just doing what I can there. And he leaves and just starts fighting everyone. And then just like Thor's over there throwing the fucking Stormbreaker around, killing mad people. Even Rhodey has a high kill count. Everyone's putting in work. You tell me Vision couldn't go in there and fucking phase through like 100 of those things? And then like when the time comes, Thanos comes down and Vision is just part of being clapped. Like he's the last one to get clapped.
He got clapped by
Or-
his girl.
And
And
then
then
got clapped by
then got
Vision.
clapped by
Right.
Thanos.
Like that shit could still happen. It's just like, let me
Yeah,
go and
right.
put in work in the field. But no, he just gets thrown around and manhandled with a fucking gash through his stomach still. It's like, use this guy.
You don't like-
show us more Vision, because the most we got from him.
and also,
release
once
the plot sheet cut, bro.
What-
Like Brian's gonna write the script
For real.
the third act of Infinity War.
once he
Michael Bay should have made these.
got
bro.
stabbed, that's not anything what we're saying. You're over exaggerating
Yeah,
everything
you really
we're
are.
saying.
Dude, we
Dude.
like
I'm kidding around,
No,
guys. I'm
no,
here for silly
fuck
goose time.
you.
I'm here for silly goose time.
No. So like the thing that like that got me also weirded out. I was like, okay, but like, why did they heal the cut? Because it's like when Scarlet Witch was healing it when he got stabbed,
He
she
got
was
stabbed
healing
again.
it.
No, she was just stitching up one side. That's what she was trying to do.
So healing, yes. So it's like that's like when she's doing that, right? She got interrupted, obviously, but then there was a period of time between when they left.
Yeah, but
Wherever they were in Europe,
But as
to
far as
go
we know,
to go to
or maybe she was just like taking some of the pain away.
no, the wound was literally closing.
yeah,
the
from
was
one
literally
side.
closing.
Remember,
Yeah, so you flip
Corvus-
him
Like he
over.
put
So you flip
one
him
out of
over.
3 plates on.
Yeah, so
Like he wasn't
so-
fully plated.
So you
This man was walking around the whole movie asking for plates and no one was giving it to him.
dude, like flip
It was
him
one
over.
shot.
So you flip him over and then you close the other side. Problem solved.
Yeah,
Nah,
wow. Yo,
that-
2 out of
we're getting
9.
way
2
too
out of 9.
way
2 out of 9.
Way too technical.
But I have some
technical?
questions. Fine, I have some questions for you guys. So, and
Way too
obviously,
technical.
clearly, we've answered the majority of them. The changes I made in the Supercut change how you felt about any characters? No. Okay. Cool.
I'm just joking.
Did you wish?
Wait, let me answer.
Oh,
seriously.
okay.
So I think, definitely more Thor.
Okay.
Definitely more Thor. Like I hated Thor's arc in Endgame a lot more. Like I still don't really like it. Like I don't like what they did with the character, but I can sort of appreciate what they were going for more because he's been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like he's been through like shit that you can't even begin to consider for someone to go through, even if someone like him.
Yeah.
Right? Because even in Infinity War, he said, yo, I've lived for 1,500 years. People have always tried and kill me. I always survive, always this, always that. And maybe that's the burden, like that he always survives, because then he has to go through all this pain and suffering. So I get it, like I understood. I don't like the way they wrote it. I don't like the way they wrote. What was Taika involved in the Thor scenes?
No, that was all the Russos.
Russos?
I haven't listened to the audio commentary for Endgame, but I will this week. So I'll update you guys to see what they say about all that stuff.
Right, because personally, and like I get it, like people, because even when he was explaining the stones to them, and they had that like funny moment where he was like breaking down and like crying about Jane and all this, and I'm like, I get it, like it's a movie, it's a Disney movie, you got to add this for like comedy reasons, but it's just like it would have just been better if he just had explained the story of. And I get it. They're poking fun at the Dark World.
They're literally poking fun. Yeah. Well, again, I'll watch the audio commentary and I'll get back to see what they say about that.
There was certain things, like, that's why the end, even though, like, he was still big, like, again, because I don't care if he's big or not. Like, Vikings tend also to just be big.
Yeah.
So that scene, like, it just held a lot of it struck with me because I'm like, okay, he's serious. I like Thor when he's serious. And I like Thor when he's ready to do battle. When he's ready to do battle, it's like, let's fucking go. But when it's like, when he's sitting there, like, looking like Lebowski, just drinking and stuff like that, it just made him feel like the comedic relief in a movie where, like, we needed him to sort of step up a little more. And I get it. I like that scene with his mom, like, where he has that deep talk with his mom.
And he needed that boost of confidence, though. He needed to find, like, and even that the moment where he gets Mjolnir back, he's like, like, I'm still worthy. Like, even though I lost so many times, I've taken so many L's and I felt so terrible and I'm depressed and I'm dealing with all this shit.
But then as soon as they get back, he's like, please let me do it. Please let me do something good. It's like, are you listening to anything anybody is telling you? Are you listening to anything? Like, he's like begging him to put the gauntlet on. Like, please.
Black Widow, but then
like,
that's not fair because Black Widow was also, like, Clint was also begging to commit suicide in a sense. Because that's what was going on.
No, Thor listening to his mom saying, hey, you know what? Like, you're not that guy. You're not the king. You're like, like just saying, and he looks like he understands it, and then he goes back and he's like,
when your moments
let me,
like,
please let me do
when
it.
your moments
yeah,
are.
it's like you know
what I mean? Like, he knows,
not
like,
connecting.
especially when he landed in Wakanda, and like, first of all, probably the top one.
We saw it
ever in a movie.
One of the best.
And like him just. And like who, like you said, who would have thought, right? He showed up with
Rocket and Groot.
But it looked dope because
So
like
dope.
Rocket was just on him. Like Groot's been on his like little game the whole time, and he just gets there. He's like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah,
to go.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to fucking go.
I wonder where he put that Game Boy.
That shit broke.
Probably just left it. Like,
Yeah, he probably left it on Nivedalier.
and
Dwarf's playing it.
word. He's like, oh shit.
E3's playing
He
it.
can't even. So like he knows when to pick and choose his moments, right? It just felt like in this one he was just too desperate to like pick his moment of like brilliance. But it's just like, dude, like you'll know, like you're a god, like just tranquilo.
Yeah.
But I will say that transitioning from Ragnarok to Infinity War to Endgame, I think
The arc is more understandable.
It is a
yeah.
lot more understandable.
Yeah.
Again, just I would personally, like, given the opportunity, would like to write it better, because I feel like I could write it better. So, because I feel like, especially with a god like Thor, like the Norse mythology of it all. Like, that's why when the conversation with his mom was going, I was just like, yes, like, she's like, dude, like, and even with Valkyrie, where he's like, Asgard already has its king, because his whole arc up to this point has been taking the throne, taking Odin's throne.
Yeah.
But that's never been who he was.
Exactly.
He wasn't about being a king. He he was an Avenger. He's about being a part of this bigger overall thing where it's not a hierarchy.
Exactly.
It's like we're a team, we're a family.
He's part of the
we're gonna do
bigger
this.
picture, not
He
not
is.
part of the throne.
Exactly. So like that's what I'm saying. Like in that moment, yeah, what I would have liked was when he was approaching them, it would have been more serious. He was like, guys, like I can do this. Like I'm up for this. But then like they'll sort of get into a conflict, and then like that's when Hulk comes in and like be like, yo, this is Gamma. Like I can take it.
Yeah, I like how they also cut to
They also
Hulk.
Hulk.
They also cut to Hulk while they're talking, and he's just like sitting there, like he's like just crossing. He's like, damn, I think it has to be me.
Right.
And even when he said,
and I like that because like it's like, dude, like what they're about to get into is fucking serious. Like, don't add a joke in there for me. I don't want a joke right now. You could add that like the taco scene again, hilarious. That's perfectly fine because it's Paul Rudd, it's Ant-Man. Like it's a funny scene. They're not really.
Yeah.
Like,
The
they're in a
stakes
serious
aren't
moment,
high,
Right? The
yeah.
stakes aren't high right now. He's just having a lunch. He's just having a taco.
But I did cut out the Cheese Whiz line, and I added took a little bit of the levity out. So
and that did help because I completely forgot that was even in there. I
Yeah.
would have probably left.
I literally cut it out, and it flowed completely.
rolled my
without
eyes.
it, yeah.
There was one that you cut out that flowed really nicely.
Oh, the one in New Asgard with Meek and Korg.
Yes,
Yeah,
the Fortnite thing.
Yeah.
Jesus
he was just
Christ.
like noob master, and then cuts to him just going
Jesus
whatever,
Christ.
and then just puts it.
Ew.
Yeah, that
Ew,
part,
ew,
that section
ew.
never really, that always fell flat for me. And yeah, I saw the opportunity to cut it out, and I did it.
What? Did you just critique?
What?
You just critique?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
But
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, let's get a soundbite. Let's get a soundbite.
I said
Can you repeat that, please?
I said that part in Endgame always fell flat to me, so I cut it out.
hater. Wow, MCU hater. But no, nonetheless, all joking aside, like they really did something truly incredible, unforgettable. Like no matter what people say, like, oh, Endgame was fan service, yeah, but it was deserved fan service. We fucking deserved it. Like,
I mean,
it was
even
all
after
felt in the moment.
And also, we're still reaping the benefits of that because
I know
the
these
shows are just showing
The
everything
I mean,
shows are
else.
just still right.
even after like all my critiques with it, it's still like a top 5.
It's an amazing movie.
They're both top 5 movies. I mean, you just can't. It's hard for me to not put Endgame in my top 5. I don't think.
Nah, Endgame might not have made the cut. It's definitely my top 10, but it's
Yeah,
like
definitely top 10.
It's coming off the
yeah,
bench.
yeah, Def top 10, but Infinity War is definitely top 5.
It just sucks that I'm a big Snyder fan and pretty much all his
3 of his.
fucking movies.
I have 3 of his movies in my top 5. So
Yeah,
So-
I might have all
And
of
then
his in
Dawn
my
of the
top
Dead.
5. No, comic movies. What the fuck?
Army of the Dead.
Why would I put Dawn of the Dead? Yo, Sucker Punch, like top tier comic movie. Like I'm talking comics wise. Nah, but I'll probably Endgame.
Endgame 6.
Hold on, I'll try. Let me think of my top 5 right now.
Endgame 6 for me because I got BVS. Oh wait,
The Dark Knight.
it might be 7. Yeah, The Dark Knight. Yeah, The Dark
Like-
Knight, and then Justice League is actually
Wonder Woman
okay.
84. Suicide Squad.
No.
Venom.
Shazam.
And I'm on 4, so that's got to be Man
Hellboy.
of Steel. Then
Infinity War? Civil
no,
War?
no, Winter Soldier. Then
Winter
Soldier. Then
Soldier.
Man of Steel.
Damn. It's a hard top 5. My top 5 is
That's a
always
tough top
interchangeable.
5. Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
It's the Spider-Verse top
Into the
5.
Spider, like that movie
Top
was
5 joints?
crack, bro. That shit was
No, that
dumb
shit was
good.
lit. Of course, I'm just saying, but
Like,
top
what's
5.
a danger? Like, what's a
Cap.
Yo, capping hard.
What's your top 5, Ariel?
Damn.
Top 5 of what?
Comic book movies.
Comic book films? Infinity War.
That's number 1?
I don't know.
Oh, like no
Yeah,
order? Cool.
Watchmen. Into the Spider-Verse. Dark Knight Rises.
That's your top 5? That's 5?
That's it? Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Dark Knight. Yo, Dark Knight Rises is super underrated. I'm just going to say that.
It's in your top 5 though?
Huh?
No shot.
I think the whole trilogy's in my top 5.
He just mentioned
Wait,
it. Completely
are
different
you
topic.
counting the trilogy as one score, or are you counting the trilogy
Yeah.
as 3 different movies?
Bro, y'all really be hating on Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises because those were.
I never hating. What?
Those were
Who the fuck's
crack, bro.
hating? I'm not.
Nah. It won't be added. It won't be added. It won't be added. It won't be added.
I can't.
Because the Dark Knight does take up majority
Come
of
on.
that.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Knight.
If
is
you
just
take the
like-
Dark Knight out,
to me, the Dark Knight is flawless. The Dark
Yeah.
Knight is a flawless movie to me. So that's number 1.
I agree.
BVS,
Yep.
Number 2, Ultimate Edition. Winter Soldier.
Oh.
No. Ooh. Yeah, maybe Winter Soldier.
Over Justice League.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I love Justice League though.
Okay.
Nah, Justice League. Justice League.
Yeah.
Justice League.
Justice League,
Because just everything around it. And then
Flash, dude, that moment, bro.
yeah, it's just that's crazy. Infinity War. I think I like Infinity War. No, Winter Soldier, then Infinity War.
Wow.
No. Because after just watching it, like I'm just
Recency
like, yo,
bias?
yeah, it could be that. It definitely could be recency bias. I'll let you guys know in like 2 months. But like the stakes were just so high here, dude.
Yeah.
And like like you said, like I didn't realize how much I really care about a comic book movie, like especially ones that where the heroes like lose.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Knight, like Batman lost, like he lost, like he did. The
Yeah.
Joker won.
The
They
Joker
literally
won.
say it.
He,
They're
he
like-
pushed Harvey Dent off the edge, and the entire city hated him at the
Yeah.
end. So
Yeah.
and then Batman's like put the blame on me.
yeah.
So
But he embraced it though, so it's,
He
it's
he
more of
took
a-
his L.
Because he's
He
not
took
the
his
hero
L.
they need.
That's what I'm
He's not,
saying.
He's
No,
not the
he's
hero
like-
they deserve.
No,
but
I'm
the one
saying
they
he
need right now.
he embraced who he is supposed to be. He's
Right.
not the guy that he's
He's
not.
whatever Gotham needs.
That's what
him
I'm
to
saying.
be.
That's what I'm saying.
know
So him
him first.
embracing that message, did
Podcast
he?
coming soon.
It's like I
I'm
feel like
with that.
I feel like it was kind of like a draw almost.
Yeah.
Low
A
key.
draw. What is it, soccer? Yo. But then, and then obviously, you know, BVS was just something like a political thriller,
Yeah.
which I did not expect from like a comic book movie. And I was like, wow, this is fucking amazing. And then tied in obviously with the action and the nightmare sequence. You're just like, what the fuck is all this? Flash coming out. You're like, what the fuck is happening? And then Winter Soldier to me like was probably the most grounded sort of like, and like the whole spy aspect of it and
Yeah, the
Hydra, I'm
espionage.
just
Yeah,
like-
yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
and then obviously the fight choreography was
Yeah.
just like top tier,
Yep.
unbelievable.
I found out that in the audio commentary for Winter Soldier, they said that I think they used the same guy who did Baby Driver, the stunts, the car
Ooh,
stunts,
okay,
who organized the car stunts for Baby
Oh, yeah.
Driver.
They had a lot of car chase like
Yeah,
scenes, like, or not
that
a
guy
lot, but, like,
directed
a period of time. Yeah,
Nick Fury's car chase scene. Like they wanted a car chase scene in it that was just like, bro, like this shit needs to be hard.
Yeah.
And then
That shit was tough.
the guy who did the car chase stuff for Baby Driver also worked on the car chase stuff in Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is did some cool stuff with that too.
So- and and then obviously the Snyder Cut. It's like we recently watched it. I watched it 3 times already, and it's 4 hours, and I kind of want to watch it again. So like that to me shows like this shit holds up real well for me. So it's like that's definitely got to be in there. And then obviously Infinity War is always in my top 5.
Yeah.
It's just now I don't like it's
I
interchanging.
gotta
because
play
of the
Infinity War.
recency.
Infinity War is my 5, I
But-
think.
Yeah.
Brian, what's yours?
Snyder Cut,
Interesting.
BVS Ultimate Edition, Winter Soldier, Infinity War, and Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
No Dark Knight.
Nah,
Interesting.
just a surprise.
Ooh.
I told you guys about that movie when I think about it a lot.
Yo, I'm surprised none of you had Logan.
Nah.
That's a tough rewatch.
It's in top 10 though.
It's
a tough,
top 10.
It's a tough
yeah.
rewatch, though. I agree with
It's
you.
top 10.
Because
but-
it's like heavy.
Why is
it's
it-
like it's heavy,
it's
not
he-
tough,
yeah.
not tough because it's
Yeah,
bad. Like
it's
tough
just
because it's
wow.
like,
dude, I haven't
ugh.
seen it since 2017.
I think I've only seen it like twice.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's-
not gonna watch it until I watch your Supercut.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. I was good. This is what I was
Next
gonna.
up,
Yeah, we're
Logan
gonna close.
Supercut.
We're gonna close with this. Is out of the trailers that you saw, what are you guys up for next?
I want to watch Blade Runner.
Yeah, I haven't seen Blade Runner.
Who's that?
That's that photo of Supergirl on the Flash. I'll show you, Brian.
It's gonna obviously look different though. Like,
Oh yeah, it's gonna get CGI.
you want to see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yo, pass it around. Let me see.
That's what we're doing. I'll show the camera too.
That's cool detail.
I love this. I love the short hair. I love the No skirt.
But she doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Where's the skirt, bro?
No.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it kind of does look dope.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
And it's going to look even better with the CGI that they're going to put in it, you know, for the cape, obviously, and shit.
Next one. If I'm being honest, if I'm being completely honest,
Blade
the next
Runner?
one, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't
so-
seen
Do
either
Blade
of them.
Runner. All right.
Brian, have you seen either of them?
Nah.
So look at that, bro.
You get,
That's-
you get a prime reaction. So
yeah, you
that's
do get a
gonna be
prime
shit.
reaction.
All right.
But is there a way, like, are those two very interchangeable enough for you to connect them like that?
Oh, it's
Yeah?
There's and what's great about Blade Runner is that
He's so happy right now because
The
I know
thing,
exactly
the thing
what I'm
that
gonna
sucks
work
is
on when I
because
get
like
home.
we're not gonna be able to see what he connected in it or
no,
took
but
out or-
there's no I can't take anything out.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing to take
No,
out.
I mean, you can't, we won't be able to tell, or I guess we will, because of the
I'm
Well,
guessing,
I still-
flashbacks.
the
and,
difference
like,
in times.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
I mean,
all right.
yeah, we'll
all
be
right.
able to see the difference in times.
Okay,
I guess,
all right.
but-
So the supercut will be in chronological order of events leading up to Blade Runner 2049.
okay.
Blade Runner, the first Blade Runner, the OG one that came out in '84, it takes place in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going from 2019 to 2049, and then everything in between I will add in. Everything will be split up by chapters like this was, so we could kind of get a grip. And there is an anime section. Yeah. So there's an anime segment of it.
Can't
and-
wait.
Yeah. So confirmed.
confirmed.
Blade Runner podcast coming soon.
That will be next.
That'd be
Sounds
dope.
good.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad. And then I guess we'll work after we're done with that. We'll work out what else you want to do. But
Yeah, we'll
the only thing that I'm honestly really like almost done working on is Blade Runner because I don't know. I just paid more attention to that.
maybe Alien next because I
So we want to go
haven't seen any of the
completely
newer
sci-fi.
joints.
We
I
wanna
haven't
any
seen
of the newer
Prometheus.
joints.
I
All
haven't
right,
seen
so we'll do.
Prometheus.
All right, so I'll work. I'll
Yeah.
make sure the Alien one is
The only one
also-
I think I've watched.
Wow,
is the,
Brian, you're the only one I could geek out with this about.
The only
What,
one I've
Alien?
watched
Yeah.
is the original
So good.
one. The very first one.
That one is a masterpiece to me.
I only watch Alien versus Predator. That's the only one I've ever watched.
Ah.
Oh man,
That was the first one I ever watched. I was like first and last.
Was that shit ass?
Alien versus Predator is what happens when Fox is like money,
Money. Yeah.
money.
Better bring me my money.
But they're completely
garbage.
unrelated. Like they have nothing to do with each
Yeah,
other.
that's
They're
why I
just
was
like,
like,
nah, let's just make
that's
them
why I
fight.
was so confused. I was like, why are they fighting?
Literally,
Like,
two.
yeah.
You're using two beings that don't talk,
Yeah, exactly.
and then putting humans in the middle of it. Cool.
I mean, I guess the same thing with King Kong and Godzilla.
And look at how that turned out.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
But
She was phenomenal.
Make sure to tune in next week, or not even next week, like a couple of days for our episode 3 reaction and review of Loki. And yeah. I will be doing the giveaway this week. I swear to God.
oh my god.
I
This is talking about the
swear
giveaway every week.
on my dead goldfish's grave.
Jeez.
Wow.
It's a goldfish. I didn't like.
Oh, damn. You didn't care about it?
Dude is swearing on Nemo. That's
That's
crazy.
fucked up.
That after like 2 weeks. Fucking bum.
Wow. On his vision shit.
Bro, you on that Thanos shit, bro? What the fuck?
This is very, very bad.
Nah, shout out Bubba. I love them.
Now you feel bad. You feel bad.
I do feel bad 'cause I was so harsh for no reason. I shouldn't have brought it up.
But yeah, thanks. Thank you guys for enjoying it and stuff,
Right.
and let's keep it going from here then.
Yes, sir. Later.